Welcome in, everybody. It's Totally Not Biased, episode 7. We're 7 weeks into this. I'm joined with Brenden Cron, and I'm Jacob Ashley. It's our, we're 2 months in almost doing the podcast, and today we're going to continue with NFL talk. We finally have some NBA topics.
Yeah, NBA season's right around the
Yeah,
corner.
it's kind of surreal to think about. I get to see LeBron James again this year. It's pretty dope.
We're at the best time of the year for sports.
For sure. Jam-packed with a lot of shit to talk about. I think the way we're going to do the formatting for the show through the NFL season is just like continue to talk about our reactions and predictions like we usually do, and then, sprinkle in some stuff that if it's a slow week for the, NBA, we'll throw in some more NFL topics. We got next week we're going to be talking about UFC because UFC 280 is right around the corner 2 weeks from now. So, Brent, if you want to start us off with week 4. We can go through the schedule and everything.
Yeah.
Let's see. I need to open up the
week 4. I just want to make sure I have the scores as well.
Yeah.
So.
Talking about Thursday night. The Thursday night game.
All right, first game for week 4 was Dolphins-Bengals.
Yeah, that was tough. The way it went down, I mean, it was a lot of controversy, I guess, through the week. Literally anybody that got a concussion was pulled from their game, or at least was checked to a greater extent than Tua was on his concussion, so to say. He said it was his back. Wasn't really, I don't know. I didn't really trust that because I felt like he wanted to stay in. So I guess that's what the issue was. The Dolphins get their first loss of the year too. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, Bengals look back. They look back and a lot better.
Yeah, I was pretty skeptical about that.
Not great.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Their offense has been kind of up and down, but if T. Higgins comes in and kind of takes over like he did in that game, then they're pretty capable of winning any game, I think. A lot of people were saying they were back after beating the Jets, and I wasn't really sure about that because it's the Jets, but they did blow them the fuck out. So
but this was the first true test. They were winning when Tua was there, which is the good.
Yeah, that's good news. It's how it's been all year. Whenever he's playing well, they're winning games big, or they're coming back from being down 20 plus points. Like they did against Baltimore.
So definitely would have been a different game with them, but it's cool to see Bengals win because I think everyone was high on the Bengals. Yeah, that's usually on the podcast,
right?
So. Yeah, it was sad to see them go 0-2.
Yeah.
Let's just be really wrong about that.
A lot of people were kind of writing them off that, their playoff push was kind of a fluke. I mean, that was the narrative that Anthony came up with. I don't really understand it. I think Joe Burrow, the fact that he is being pressured so much is what makes it difficult to get a rhythm going. And literally, if you get sacked at all through your drive, you typically end your drive in a punt. Mm-hmm. That's how most drives go if you're getting sacked on second or third down. It's not fun.
Yeah.
And he's the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. So
crazy. I don't understand how you can spend so much money on an offensive line and they don't get better.
La'el Collins is good with the Cowboys. And I'm not sure who else is there, but they figured it out late until they got to the Super Bowl. Like they were able to kind of do well.
What was it, 9 times from the Titans? Sacked 9 times from the Titans in the playoffs?
It's not.
They don't figure it out when it matters, and that's the problem.
So Joe's having to throw off his back foot a lot, make a lot of easy, quick throws, and then
he kind of defended it a little bit. He made a point saying that a lot of sacks don't matter, and his point was if he's not in field goal range and it's a third down play, he's going to extend the play for as absolute long as possible. So he'll give up that sack and be okay with it.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get out of field goal range.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. As long as I'm not in the field goal range. He was like, if I am, I'm obviously just going to throw the ball out of bounds. But if not, then I can just extend the play, take it as long as I want, and maybe get that sack if worst case scenario. I was like, that makes sense, but don't. Yeah,
but you also don't want to justify your drives starting out pretty bad and ending with third and long every single time. A series doesn't. You don't end up having time of possession, dominating, possession of the ball all game if you can't even run the ball, which they can't right now. Like Joe Mixon has not been what he was last year in terms of running the ball. His first touchdown he scored in that game.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah,
It's not going well. It's not going as perfectly as it did at the end of the season for the Bengals, but like they're starting to get a rhythm, and I think they're going to look good against the Ravens this week.
Same.
So
The final score of that game was 27-15. Bengals
Yeah.
win. Next, we have the Vikings versus the Saints. Vikings won 28-25.
This is the most competitive that New Orleans has been against a relatively good team. Like I think Atlanta's okay. I don't think they're winning the division or anything.
No,
but like they were close in that game too. But
I like Jay Jettas going off. That's what I was excited.
Yeah,
to see.
he needed to get back in
because every game that he plays well, they win.
He was locked down the prior 2 weeks.
Yeah,
against Philly and against the
you
Lions.
You gotta scheme them open. You gotta do stuff to get them open.
Yeah, and they came back in this game. They were down quite a bit, and it was this was the game in London.
Yeah,
and they started out pretty bad.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins has to learn that if Jay Jettas is not open, throw to someone else. Get the coverage.
I mean, Adam Thielen was
bit.
a fucking 1,300-yard receiver in his first year being there.
Yeah, but
Kirk,
he is.
I don't know.
Right now, he is living by the sword, dying by the sword. Right now,
yeah,
he is throwing the ball to him.
They can't run the ball for shit though. Like Dalvin's been in and out of the lineup.
I think that'll turn around.
Yeah,
that's what
But Dalvin Cook's too talented to not be able to run the football.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like with him being injured every year, it's been his shoulder. His shoulder's fucked up. Yeah, because he dislocated it once, and it's been, hey, I'm going to dislocate my shoulder pretty much every other week and be out. You know, that's what it seems like at least. But I mean, what's his name? Alexander Madison, I think, is their backup. He's pretty good. He's shown to be a pretty decent backup, like Jamal Williams. I think that amongst like backup running backs in the NFL, you got A.J. Dillon and in Green Bay, and then you got Khalil Herbert with the Bears.
Yeah,
like look at that backfield for the NFC North, and it's pretty tough to put any second unit behind them.
Yeah,
or in front of them.
There's a lot of teams that have really developed a good.
They've got deep backfields.
Yes.
In terms of just like their running back room.
Yeah.
But I think the NFC North, they're like the tip of the top.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
But
then, all right, we're gonna move on. Yeah. We got the Seahawks and the Lions. Final score was 48 Seahawks, 45 Lions.
Oh my God!
Did anyone expect a shootout?
This was the most entertaining game of the week, I think.
If anyone is playing the Lions, bet the over.
Yeah, I mean they could probably hit the over themselves.
Their number one offense, 30-second defense.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I love that. That's my favorite style of play.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, I don't know what to say about them because like they're not going to win very much because of that. Like giving up, what was it, 38 to Philly? Then they gave up. Who did they play the second week? Was it Washington or was it Minnesota? Either way, they gave up 20 plus in every single game, 20 or 25 plus in every single game.
Yeah,
they're not going to win like that. You can't win. And that's the thing. If they could hold any opponent to 28, you're going to win as a Lions team that scores over 30 points a game. And that's surprising.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have an offense that is just on fire and your defense is lacking, like mid-season, or would you rather the opposite? Would you rather your defense is locked
Would you
down?
rather have Bill Belichick as your coach or Chip Kelly?
That's different.
Well,
that's different.
Chip Kelly had his fucking defense on the field every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like this is kind of similar. Their defense is not. Their personnel isn't matched to what the philosophy is there. I guess they really do stay on the field a lot, but they're scoring very quick drives because they've got playmakers.
Yeah,
that's what the Lions have. So
for me, I'd rather, especially in this Lions situation, I would rather see this offense be on fire rather than halfway through the season being like, if our offense could just pick it up, we'd be better. I think your defense can make up ground halfway through the
later
season
in the year
more than your offense.
They'll
can.
Adjust and be able to kind of pick up on the scheme a little bit easier and look a lot better. Yeah. Eventually, hopefully, because the Lions aren't going to win a lot of games letting 40 fucking points be scored. 48. The Seahawks score 48. I don't know if that's.
I didn't know Geno could put up 48 points.
I didn't know if that's even allowed from the Seahawks.
Yeah, and we're not talking about the Seahawks.
They're fucking tied for the lead in the NFC West. Like, I feel like the Seahawks are a pretty big surprise. I actually thought the Lions would be better than the Seahawks, but right now I think the Lions have the worst defense in the NFL, right? Like easily.
Yeah.
And Seattle's not too much better, but they're substantially better enough to win this kind of game where it's a shootout.
I think it'll turn around.
Yeah.
I think it'll get better for the Lions, and especially because they're keeping it close with the worst defense.
Yeah.
That's a really promising sight.
Yeah, they really just need one or two plays to go their way, like they did against
win.
Washington, because they beat Washington.
Yeah.
And
still early in the season. It does suck. If your first 4 games are not great, it's hard to turn the shit around, but I don't think they look too bad.
They're last in the division because the Bears have a couple of wins right now. I mean,
that's how it be.
Nobody expected the fucking Bears to be over the Lions this year, to be honest.
No.
Which,
no,
I thought the Lions were capable of like 7 wins.
Yeah. I felt like the Lions, the Jags, and the Jets. You loved one, you hated 2. I felt like everyone had one of them you thought was going to win 7 to 10 games, and the other 2 you thought were going to have 2 games.
Someone was going to crush the expectations.
Yeah, but one of those 3 teams, and you hated the other 2. You were definitely the Lions pick. Next game was the Jets and the Steelers. Jets win 24-20.
Oh my fucking God.
I was a big Jets guy coming into this year, and still am.
If you look at last week's episode, the analysis for this game, I don't want to toot my own horn, but for this game, I was saying this is the game where Mitch Trubisky gets benched, and he looked so fucking bad. And then Kenny Pickett comes in, throws 3 picks. Like they had the lead before the Jets' last drive, and I'm like, it's not because of Kenny.
Every single pass he threw was caught by someone.
It's so bad.
He went 10 for 13, 3 interceptions. The only passes he didn't complete to his teammates, he completed to someone else.
It's so fucking bad.
I actually think that was great. That's what he needed to do.
Yeah, he does. He needs a little bit of adversity. He can't
not throwing 3 picks, but that's what he needed to do. He needed to come in there and he needed to take big plays, because that's the problem with Mitch is he was just trying to play safe, just trying to keep his job.
What's disappointing about the Steelers? We talked about this last week. Like, why?
I don't know.
Why? Like, why? Why is their offense so bad?
Offensive line is.
They can't run the ball at all.
Horrible.
They really can't.
Yeah. People just expected them to be okay because last year their offensive line was bad, but Najee Harris was able to just make up for it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people thought, who cares how bad they are? They'll just be good regardless.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel better about the Jets than I do the Steelers right now, and that's saying a lot.
That's what I was going to say.
They've
I don't
come
want to talk about the Steelers.
way. Zach Wilson gets a dub.
He's back.
He's so
no
good.
QB controversy. Don't know why Anthony ever thought there was going to be one.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Flacco. I mean, Joe Flacco makes Mac Jones like the 3rd best quarterback of those teams, I think.
Yeah. But moving forward, we do have a starting rookie for the first time. We have the Kenny Pickett will start his first game moving on. And they
play the Bills this week, so that's a great way to start your
poor
career.
Guy.
So dumb.
Guy. But
so stupid.
Hey, the Jets.
It's so stupid.
Jets get another win, and that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Moving on, my other favorite team, my true favorite team, I guess I should say, the Bears lose 12-20 to the New York Giants.
Goddamn.
I picked the Bears.
Saquon Barkley.
I knew it. To be fair, I did call that. I just thought the Bears would be able to, literally do anything. But Justin Fields is not looking
Who does he
great.
have to throw to?
The problem is
the good St. Brown is in Detroit. Yeah. I mean, I like Equanimous, but I don't think he's even remotely close to a top 10 receiver, which Amon-Ra is.
The problem with Fields is he needs to...
Worst offensive line in the NFL. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, but when they are doing a little bit of the work, he'll still scramble. He's invading the pocket even when there is one, and he needs to just chill for a second and throw the ball. But I get it. His offensive line is absolutely terrible. No weapons.
His weapons at Ohio State were so much better.
Yeah.
And, he's not getting the luxury of that in the NFL.
I just want him to do well enough that we don't draft a quarterback.
He doesn't have a top 10 at any position on his offensive at all.
Maybe running back. Maybe David Montgomery's a top 10, fringe 10. Maybe he's 8, 9,
I mean, there was
10.
a question thrown in there, is Khalil Herbert, on par with Montgomery? Yeah. But, they've always had a good stable of running backs, because I think Tariq's been good. Yeah. Been good there. And, they had Jordan Howard for a while, which
the problem
that's never been the issue with the Bears. It's been their offensive line and their defense
relatively
was bad before they got someone like, what's his name? Khalil Mack?
Yeah.
So
their run defense is horrible, and that's why I thought this game would go bad.
But I don't know. I think Saquon's going to make a lot of run defenses look bad.
Yeah, he's real damn good.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have the Titans versus the Colts. Titans won 24-17. This isn't the worst Colts we've seen.
So I do want to cover this game, and then I want to talk about that horrendous Thursday night game we just watched this week, because we did our Week 5 predictions last week. We do need to talk about that game since it's been played. So if you want to just,
I mean, we can move on to it last because it's the last game.
That's fine. But
yeah.
I think Indianapolis is one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Yeah. The only thing that I have to say is now this is 2 games where Derrick Henry's back, and that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry
getting in the end zone. Not necessarily getting the yardage he usually does, but like he's actually getting in the end zone.
He's playing a lot better.
They need to run through him and establish their offense through him.
Yeah.
But there's not a whole lot of like pluses to the way the game ended. Like they had so many injuries because of that. I don't know, like Taylor Lewan being out the entire year. That's fucking trash. He's easily their best offensive lineman.
Yeah.
And then you got, I don't know, man. Like Traylon Burks isn't even remotely close to what you expected.
Well, the problem is that he needs to be A.J. Brown.
No, he doesn't.
Like, that's what his expectations are. And there's just, you're not going to get that.
I mean, I don't think it's fair to him because A.J.'s like a freak of nature.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's what they traded for. They traded A.J. for his pick.
They got the fucking CVS version of A.J. Brown. And
it's upsetting. I feel bad for him because I don't think he's bad.
But like Robert Woods isn't getting involved. They don't really have much depth outside of those two guys. And then who the fuck is in their tight end? I don't even know who their tight end is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I have no idea.
The thing is that's not why you watch the Titans.
Yeah. You watch it for Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry has to be the guy.
But he's the star of the team, and it's like you don't really like any aspect of their roster outside of him.
He needs to be given the ball.
Someone like Bud Dupree, if that's your best defensive player, or fucking Jeffrey Simmons, or I'm trying to think of their fucking isn't Kevin Byard on their team? I think so like they don't have a lot of superstar players on their roster, which that's been my issue with like the Giants and the Bears and Houston recently.
Yeah, well that's what we're gonna get to next.
Yeah.
So the Chargers play the Texans. Chargers win 34-24. And are the Texans the worst team in the league?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
Personally, I don't. I think the Panthers are worse.
Oh.
Or
Texans
the Saints
don't have a win.
The Saints and the Panthers are terrible.
Come on.
Houston doesn't have a win, but I think they're capable of being better than that.
I guess that's fair. I don't necessarily agree with you. I think they're
like how do the fucking Panthers have a win? It's because the Saints are so bad, and they had nobody healthy in that game.
4 weeks in, Texans are the worst team.
Yeah, because I mean they don't have a dub, so
yeah.
I mean we could probably talk about that. I mean if you want to make that your last call,
no,
like
I got my last call.
Okay, but there's some really bad fucking football being played.
There are.
It's really hard to. That's the parity in the league right now. Who is the worst team in the NFL? We really can't pick. There's a lot of teams vying for that spot.
Yeah.
There's teams that are asking for it.
I feel the same way about best. I don't think there's a clear cut best. Like you could say the
I think
Eagles,
there's like four teams in the discussion for the best, but there's like 7, 8, 9 teams that are fucking. Hey, we don't really want to win football games.
I mean,
because we really want Bryce Young. We really want C.J. Stroud. That's who we want.
I mean, you got Dolphins fully healthy. Dolphins with Tua is arguably the best team in the league.
Yeah, I mean
the Bills,
they're of it. They're Chiefs, in that discussion.
Eagles,
yeah. But
Bucks,
that'd be my top 3. I'd probably say
kind of up there, but not really.
Yeah, they look kind of poor in their game against.
Yeah,
which we'll talk about them. But
Chargers look great. If Keenan Allen, I guess, has the worst hamstring injury of all time.
I mean, the Chargers did get embarrassed by Jacksonville, and they were like, "Well, we can't do that 2 weeks in a row." So, Justin Herbert looks like a fucking dog after getting stomped by a team that didn't have any expectations really. Yeah. There were people that liked Jacksonville, but did they think they were going to be able to stomp the Chargers like that? No.
I mean, Chargers are a lot of people's prediction to win that division
or to be in the Super Bowl. Yeah. Which that was my prediction.
Yeah, they really need to step it up.
I didn't expect them to be snake-bitten. I didn't expect them to continue to get hurt. And they're playing without their best players. They beat a terrible fucking team. That's not a crazy accolade for me. You got destroyed by the worst team in the NFL last year. Yeah. So,
all right, moving on. We have probably the game I'd be the least excited about. We got the Browns and the Falcons. Browns lose 20-23.
Are the Falcons going to be in every single game?
I'd say
literally every game this year?
The Falcons will compete with any mid to bad team for sure. And maybe some good teams, but I don't think they're going to compete against a lot of good teams.
Like, they lost by 7 to, wasn't it the Rams?
Rams look more like a mid team than a good
That's
team.
what I'm saying. Dude, my perspective has shifted on the NFC a lot.
Same.
It has for the AFC too, but like we knew the best teams in the AFC.
Yeah.
It was the Bills and the Chiefs. And
yeah. This was the week for me that it was kind of make it or break it. A lot of the teams that I was iffy on, like
they had to prove it to you.
Like, yeah, if your offense isn't at least showing progression by 4 weeks in, is when I start to go, maybe they suck. Maybe they're not good.
You know what's really disappointing about the Falcons though? Kyle Pitts has been underwhelming all year, and he's hurt now. So he's not even going to be able to prove to hit the fan base that he's what they expect him to be. And then fucking Cordero Patterson, he's hurt now.
Yeah, but he's that guy.
Yeah, he's their best offensive player right now, but he's hurt now. He can't
when it comes to
play this week.
Pitts, I will bet on his talent level.
Yeah.
He's so talented that I think that once the coach involves him, is when I think that he'll play.
I don't
really
know.
blame
I don't know
him.
if it's like the targets or because I haven't really looked into his stats or anything.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm not watching Falcon games. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
like I'm watching highlights of the Falcons games, but I'm not sitting and
if they're
watching the
hitting
Falcons.
touchdowns in red zone, that's the only time I'm seeing that team.
Yeah, I'm not watching Falcons games.
But I didn't expect very much of them this year anyway.
Yeah.
So like if they've already got a couple of wins, they look. I mean, they're one game out. They're tied for the lead of the division.
Yeah.
With Tampa Bay, I don't think they're beating Tampa Bay this week.
Hell no.
They're not beating Tampa.
Hell no.
So
I mean, they could, but I don't think they beat them to win the division.
Well, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are back, and I think Julio's back this week as well. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it.
Then, the most surprising turnaround.
Yeah.
We got the Commanders with 10 points, losing to the Cowboys with 25. We all said when Dak got hurt, it's over. Season's over for the Cowboys. They're going to lose. He's going to be out 4 weeks. They're going to go 0-5 because they lost week 1. It's hard to come back from 0-5. Cooper Rush is done this.
I don't want to overhype this, though. The 3 games he's played since was a Bengals team that wasn't clicking.
Yep.
And they also got sacked fucking 9 times in that game. Or whatever the fuck. However many times. Micah Parsons didn't even get a sack in that game.
He's still God tier.
So I'm just saying, like, everybody was...
I thought he had 1 or 2.
Not against the Bengals.
Okay.
But they were eating.
Yeah.
And then he played against the Giants, which I don't think they're as good as people think. Like, they were one of the 3 undefeated teams at one point.
They beat bad teams.
Yeah, they've beat bad teams. Like the Giants, Titans.
The Giants are the Eagles of last year. No offense to the Eagles last year. But
they
were stomping bad teams.
Yeah.
And then they could compete sometimes with those good teams.
I don't think Dallas is a good team, personally.
No.
Necessarily.
I don't.
Because, the teams they've beat in the time that Dak's been out, I don't think the Bengals are clicking like they are now, which they got right against the Jets and fucking they play Miami, who's had their quarterback knocked out. So, like, and then the Giants. So, the Cowboys, they play the Rams this week.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a little bit more
of
a prove-it game for me. Like, if they are able to beat the Rams pretty convincingly, then I'd probably shift my opinion. I just don't think that this team coming in with Cooper Rush is going to beat Philadelphia.
The big thing for me
I just don't think it's going to happen.
Was, we all wrote him off, and this is all Cooper Rush needed to do. I don't think there's
he needs to keep him in the hunt.
I don't think there's the QB controversy. I think that, like, very much so, Dak is their guy.
Yeah.
I don't get it on that perspective, but what it did for me was if they were losing those games, if Dak's at 80%,
he comes in.
I probably play him.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Like, you don't want to
because Cooper's winning. He's able to rest more.
He can take this.
Actually,
last
fucking
week.
heal completely and then get back in.
That's the big thing for me.
So that's a plus for the Cowboys.
Yes,
and people
that's
are
what
like,
I want.
"Oh no, it's a contract." No, it's not. Dak Prescott's got a $40 million fucking deal.
Yeah.
He's
your guy.
$40 million sit on the bench behind a fucking backup. That's not happening.
No.
Even if he plays bad, even if he loses this next game, he's coming back in week 6 against who the fuck do they play?
I'm not sure. We'll get to it in a minute, but
I'm pretty sure it's Philly. So they play the Rams and then Philly.
This is what
I don't think either quarterback is beating Philly.
This is what was good for this is best case scenario for the Cowboys, and it's cool to see because like I hate and the other big thing that I wanted to bring up, Michael Gallup's back, and boy does that offense just look better.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy how CD not being the only good offensive weapon. Don't tell me Schultz is that good.
I just don't think
he's
capable of carrying an offense like a Debo or a or like Terry McLaurin or
I mean Debo has a good
DK's even got a backup that got a guy beside him that's pretty great. Obviously Devontae Smith and AJ Brown, they're great.
Yeah,
fucking Debo's got Brenden Ayuk who can take the top off.
They don't need to be great, but you need a two
Gallup
receiver
is a burner and he's a contested catch kind of guy. So like Gallup, I mean, he
that was my argument for week 1. Was, with no Gallup, it's hard to have
Noah
CD.
Brown's the fucking number 2, and then you're playing a defense that's easily top 5 in the NFL.
Yeah, so I think Gallup has been the big addition for me.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have scary game for you. We got the Jaguars losing to the Eagles 21-29.
It was a fucking shitstorm. It was raining cats and dogs.
Jalen's a dog.
He came out and won the game.
Yeah.
Got 2 rushing touchdowns. Has 8 total touchdowns on the season. I love Doug Peterson. Did you see the shit about after the game?
Mm-mm.
Jason Kelsey met him at the middle of the field and they hugged it out and he wanted his jacket, so he got the coach's jacket for like a jersey swap.
That's pretty sick.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's actually awesome.
But yeah, man, Trevor Lawrence had the most fumbles of like any modern era of quarterback lost.
Yeah,
4 lost fumbles.
Let's be honest. If he doesn't fumble them, they win.
Yeah, those turnovers really helped.
Yes. That's how I was feeling about the game.
Jake Elliott got hurt in the game, and we couldn't kick field goals, and Jalen Hurts was converting 4th down plays to, continue drives and to also, score drives. So, I don't know. I'm pretty impressed with Miles Sanders. I love Miles Sanders this year.
I liked the Eagles. I like Jalen. I like, whatever.
Yeah.
After Sirianni went on the Pat show and talked, I'm all in.
Yeah,
I love these guys.
Yeah, Nick Sirianni's great.
Yeah, it really.
It's completely fucking 180 from the very first week last season.
Yeah,
he has made, I don't know, he's made just grand strides in showing what he's capable of as a coach. Yeah. He steps back and kind of humbles himself from a play calling aspect and lets Shane Steichen take over. Yeah. The defense, he trusts in Jonathan Gannon to figure it out with the personnel he's got.
Yeah.
Now Hassan Reddick is going in and getting a couple sacks, 2 forced fumbles, defensive player of the week. That kind of shit matters. When you trust the guys that you're putting out there and you actually reinforce it with the decisions you make.
Yeah.
Going for it on 4th down in a fucking, rainstorm.
It wasn't terrible.
The rain was horrible.
Yeah.
It was impossible to throw. And he was still capable of making throws, which I don't know, man.
It was cool.
With the Jaguars had their pass rush was completely neutralized because we were able to run the ball.
Yeah,
and Jacksonville also was incapable of running the ball, and they got behind late in the second half and they had to throw the ball, couldn't.
Yeah,
that's where the turnovers happen.
Yeah, they need to take care of the ball. They take care of the ball. They probably steal this win, but Eagles look good, and they were able to overcome all the shit that was going on there.
This was considered a trap game, I guess, because I don't know, at the beginning, Jacksonville wasn't considered a good team. Yeah. I don't know if they still are. I don't know if they're on the path to being a good team yet, but
good. They're fringe good. They're above average good.
Because if they don't make those mistakes, those turnovers, then who's to say they actually win? They don't win the game. If they limit their mistakes moving forward against good teams like they did with the Chargers, then you'll see big blowout wins like they had. So,
and then one of the most controversial games of the week, Bills versus Ravens. Bills win 23-20.
Oh, man.
I mean, let's just skip right ahead. Do you think that was the right decision? So Bills scored on the last 3 possessions. The Ravens are very in the red zone, 4th down. They have an option here. You can either take the game into Lamar's hands. There's 4 minutes left on the clock as well. You can either put the game in Lamar's hands.
I think because Lamar threw a pick is the reason why people are questioning the decision.
You kick the field. Well, the thing is this: you can kick the field goal. You can be 23-20. What it does for you then is the offense has to play
4 downs, or the defense has to play all 4 downs, because it's pretty much you have to score on the drive that you have for the Bills.
Yes.
So they are playing 4-down ball the entire time.
Yeah, the defense plays a lot.
Gassing them going into potential overtime.
Yes.
And they had 4 minutes. I think 4 minutes left with
and,
all their timeouts too, and the 2-minute warning. So they had
and-
plenty of time to score.
Yeah, and on top of that, the Bills had scored on their last 3 possessions.
Yeah. So I don't necessarily
the right
disagree with the decision.
I think
John Harbaugh has every right to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
And he can make any decision. I don't think you should be questioning that guy.
Yeah. In the moment, I think it was a perfect decision.
Yeah.
You put the ball in Lamar's hands.
Right.
I trust Lamar a lot more than I trust the defense.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
Yeah.
Considering
and that's
they
how I feel.
just gave up 3 fucking scoring drives.
If it's a different team, and like even as crazy as it might sound, if it was the Bills, I'd actually kick the field goal because I very much trust that defense. I trust Josh Allen more, but I trust that defense.
Yeah.
Versus the Ravens, I don't. And so I would go for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a controversy in the way that we kind of see it, I guess, but there has been like questions about it.
And people don't want to admit it.
The thing is that if Lamar actually completes that pass, then John Harbaugh looks like the greatest coach of all time.
Of course.
So like it's outcomes. It's outcome based reaction.
But Bills get a win.
I mean, you see this a lot with, angry fans. A lot of people are standing Lamar Jackson, which they should.
Yeah.
But like whenever things get bad and things end up, not going his way, then that's whenever people are like, he can't fucking throw. Dude, he's the best player. Like he's easily the best player on your fucking team.
Yeah. Ravens have trailed 14 seconds and they are 2-2.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah.
Next we got
losing to Miami the way they did too. Like, man.
Next we have the Cardinals winning 26-16 to the Panthers.
Fuck the Panthers.
You got much to say about this other than, boy, is Baker not panned out.
Yep. It's sad.
Yeah.
From the first week, losing on a fucking walk-off field goal to losing games like this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's so bad. I mean, they should realistically be 2-2. And they lost the fucking Saints as well. Yeah. Or they beat the Saints. The Saints beat that team, right?
I don't know. I don't know
I
how
think
they
so.
have a win.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They beat the Saints. That's their fucking win.
They're a really bad team.
Yeah,
and
they're
that's
fucking terrible.
We can agree with. And it's sad because, like, the Cardinals getting a win like this should be people being like, oh, the Cardinals are back.
No,
Panthers are just really bad.
The Cardinals' 2 wins are against the Panthers and the Raiders, where the Raiders had one of the worst collapses in modern NFL history. Two deadly fumbles from the same guy that cost you the game. I don't know. I don't think the Cardinals are back. There's a lot of fucking
Cardinals are.
I hate to say it's hating, but I feel like there's a lot of hating. A lot of,
Cardinals are boom bust team for me.
Yeah,
they're gonna ball out. They're gonna have a game where.
I'm talking about them playing against Philly this week because they play Philly, and there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is a trap game."
You were the one last week going, they could win, they might win. Like you were.
Yeah, but this
humble.
was prior to me seeing them play a game like they did against the Panthers.
Yeah. That's how I feel about this game. So next we have the Broncos losing 23 to the Raiders 32.
So fucking.
I thought this was
trash.
Raiders are back. Broncos have stepped it up a little bit. We found out the Broncos.
What was the score again?
23-32. Raiders win.
I don't like the Broncos at all.
Broncos.
I will be fading the Broncos in every single game. Like moving forward, I just know
unless something crazy happens, I feel very much
they're not a good team.
I thought if we didn't see the Week 5 Thursday game, I would have said, okay, like I predicted, both of these teams got it going.
I think because I think of the 3 of us last week, I'm pretty sure the only person to take the Broncos was me. I think
maybe,
and that was just like sheer.
I definitely
distaste for the Raiders right now.
Yeah, I like this. I like the Raiders. I just don't. They got to get it together, and hopefully this is moving forward because the Broncos do have a good defense. To put up 32 on that defense, I mean, that is impressive. So hopefully it is a sign of the light rather than a fluke game.
Yeah, I don't know. They actually got Devontae Adams involved again. I mean, that's your best player.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's.
It also involving Josh
They're both
Jacobs.
Enigmatic. Both these teams are super enigmatic to me. Like I don't know what the issues are with them.
Well, with
but
the
they're
Raiders,
fucking losing games.
The Raiders did not want to use Josh Jacobs. They used Josh Jacobs this game. Their offense looks great.
They start looking good.
It doesn't.
Well, they don't have a threat of a run game until they start fucking doing it.
Yeah. So use them.
Maybe they're trying to justify not taking up his 5th-year option or something.
Yeah, that's what I think it is as well.
It.
But, yeah. Next we have the Patriots losing in overtime, 24-27 to the Green Bay Packers. I said I do not understand why. I call him Zap. It's Zappy. But Zap just sounds so cool.
Yeah.
So, Zappy, I don't understand why he's not playing. I don't understand why he's not starting.
I think he is this week.
He is.
Yeah,
he is
Hoyer's fucking hurt. That's the only reason.
Yeah. Well, he played well.
Yeah.
He didn't play phenomenal. Yeah. But not turning the ball over as a rookie, and you're not even a start.
I think it's a good defense, too. I think Green Bay is considered one of the best defenses in the NFL, or at least the NFC, at the very least.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He looked all right.
This is one of them.
He's getting his first start, so we have 2 rookies starting for the first time.
Yeah, but I don't think it's not going to last very long. Hopefully. Who do the Patriots play this week?
Patriots play the Lions.
They play the Lions.
So, Zappy might ball out. He's playing against the worst defense in the league. He might ball out.
Yeah, this is going to inflate his numbers a little
bit.
Touchdowns.
Let's go.
This team's giving up like 30-plus points a game.
Yeah.
I think that if he doesn't score at least a couple touchdowns, then that's kind of like, what the fuck are you doing?
Unless, run game is
I see, like,
insane.
Ramondre Stevenson and fucking Damian Harris going off, though, because the rush defense is abysmal there.
I think they're going to let him sling the rock, and he's going to be throwing some...
I don't know who the fuck he's throwing to.
He almost beat the Packers. Like, that is so good to say. Yeah, I just wish he could have. Like,
yeah,
we were so close.
Yeah. Any losses for the Packers are going to make you happy.
Yeah.
You happy. I don't really give a fuck. I don't care about the Packers.
A win for Bailey Zappi and a loss for the Packers. It would have been a great week.
Yeah.
Next, we have the Chiefs winning 41-31 against the Bucs.
They are the best team in the NFL.
They look real damn good.
Like,
when they're on, they're on.
Because to me, the thing is like, strength of wins matters in the NFL. Like, the teams you beat does matter. The Chiefs have beat better teams than Philly right now.
Yeah.
So, and the way they've won those games, the only indictment is the fucking Colts game because you shouldn't lose to the Colts.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do. Never. But, no,
We're
Patrick Mahomes, I don't, like, he's kind of dropped down that top 100 board for the last couple of years. I think he was like 7 or something this year. Yeah, fuck off. No, he's the best player. I don't even think it's close. Like, what is that fucking play? The pass to...
That was insane.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Well, that's who it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That fucking pass was ridiculous. After a spin move, like, to have the awareness of knowing that guy is that open in that spot,
and
it's
bare
ridiculous.
Minimum play of the week. Bare minimum. If not play of the year. Like, that was
I would give
crazy.
up the next 5 drafts for him.
Yeah.
Every single pick.
Absolutely insane.
I would give him $1 billion to play. If there was no cap.
They gave him half. They gave him half a billion.
I think that the Broncos could fucking easily pay him a couple billion. Do you think
out of the owner's pocket?
Yeah, like if there's no salary cap, you think he would go to Denver just because he's making $5 billion in a year?
I would.
Like Sam Walton would pay like $5 billion. Hey, Patrick, you're literally a slave to the Denver Broncos now because you're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, Bucks do look a lot better now that they have receivers as well. Is what we should point out. Not 100%.
They tried to make a comeback late in the game. They were down by so much. So.
Yeah, the game looks closer than what it was.
Anytime Tom Brady would answer like with his scoring drive, that's whenever it looked like it wasn't even possible because then the Chiefs would score.
Yeah,
there was no, and that's the thing. Like,
they get
even
some
playing a
touchdowns.
defense that good, and still not being able to fucking be stopped. That's where like I'm terrified of playing that team if they make it to the Super Bowl.
And then. Best defense in the league. 49ers win 24-9 against the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams look like shit.
I don't think this is hate, right? Let's start here. I am hating.
You are hating?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's hating if you're saying.
I don't think Jimmy G is good. He threw a good pass to Debo. Debo did all the work, and their defense is backpacking. Like I don't know why Jimmy G.
Debo did all the work.
He did everything.
You're a big Trey Lance guy, though.
I'm also just not big on. I just really don't think.
Yeah,
Jimmy
but
G's
the thing is,
good.
like,
I think he's average
imagine Jimmy G on the Panthers. He would look just like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, that's
if not worse, because he's making worse plays, throwing worse passes, making like inexplicable fucking plays.
Yeah, this year I don't know.
The running out of the back of the end zone type shit, like throwing undeniably dumb fuck plays that he does.
I just don't know, man. I
don't
understand
know
why
if he makes any bad team better.
I don't know why he gets all the credit. Is what's been pissing me off.
This quarterback wins, baby.
No, Deebo wins.
I'm just saying that's what they fucking look at.
Deebo and
he's
defense
like
wins.
85% win rate for fucking Jimmy G.
Rams look real bad.
Why does he have a fucking nickname? It's because he's handsome.
Yeah, he is handsome.
It's really it.
Maybe that's why I don't like him. He's too handsome.
He makes me look like a 2 because he's a 20.
But I like Jimmy G until people were like, "Oh, he's amazing." I'm like, he's not. He's not even good.
Yeah, he's like bottom. I'd say he's
average.
I think he's like 20.
I think he could very much be the 15th best quarterback in the league.
Yeah, at his best. I don't think he's getting much better than that. Yeah, we're not hating. Fuck that.
Yeah.
No,
all right.
We're being honest about Jimmy G.
Yeah. And then we got a bonus 49ers. One. We've already seen the third. Bonus is a relative term because this is not a treat.
No, this is not free football. If you have Amazon Prime, you deactivated your account.
So,
did you see the fucking Colts fans?
Yes. That was me. I was doing the same thing, but sooner. So the Colts win 12-9 against the Broncos. I will say I forgot it was on. Turned it on a little late. So I got about half the first quarter, watched the entire second quarter. I turned it off, did not watch anything else. There was no reason to. I missed nothing. None of this game did I miss.
Because you don't care about the outcome. I don't give a fuck if either of those teams win another game. But the fact that it was the worst football game, it's probably the worst primetime football game we've had in a decade.
Yeah. What this made me do, hate Russell.
You don't like Russell Wilson anymore at all?
I'm not even. It's not like
his
I'm off the bandwagon.
So embarrassing.
I think he's a bad player. For him to go on
a bad player.
I think he's a bad player.
I'm not going there yet, dude.
Wait till my last call.
Oh, no.
We are.
It's anti-Russ. Oh man, he's the most corny fuck, dude.
That's what bothered me.
Yeah.
For him to go up on the podium and just say,
"Broncos country, let's ride."
Let's ride.
It's inauthentic. It's just like
this is the worst ride.
He's just a catchphase artist at this point.
He's
the guy that writes the shitty fucking one-liner jokes for comedians.
He's trying to sell merch.
Yeah, it's bad. It looks pretty bad for him. The Broncos are terrible. The Colts are fucking bad. They lucked into that game. Like we are completely out of this game if they just kick a field goal because we can't score in the red zone. And Russell Wilson throws one of the worst picks he's ever thrown in his fucking career. It's so bad.
It'll probably be like...
I watched that game. I had it playing while I was at work, and I was like, dude,
there's so many better things you could have done.
It's background noise. I didn't even... Because it was the Thursday night cast. It was fucking Al Michaels and... what's his name? Kirk Herbstreit.
Yeah.
And, like... They were so out of it.
Yeah,
they cut to the fans walking out of the stadium before the fucking overtime even started.
Yeah.
Because they knew the outcome.
Yeah, could you, like...
The Broncos got the ball first.
Yeah, and they were leaving.
And they lost the game.
Yeah, they're bad.
It should have ended in a tie.
That's the last thing that I wanted to say. Has there ever been a team... Because I meant to look it up. Has there ever been a team that has 2 ties on the year?
I don't think so.
We were so close.
I know there's been multiple ties in a season, but it's so rare, and it's one of those things in NFL football that shouldn't be a thing, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like guys literally there were multiple Broncos that fucking lost their season to this game, and it's like what worse way to be carted off and to end your season than playing against an Indianapolis Colts team where you scored a combined 21 points.
I'm guessing not, because I looked up has any team ever had 2 ties, and it says 4 seasons have had 2 ties.
And is that the most?
I'm guessing.
Oh my fucking God!
This is just quick research. No team in history has ever had 2 ties. We were so close to setting.
They deserved
history.
it.
They did.
They really did.
Absolutely.
Like neither team deserved a win from that game.
But okay.
We honestly could have skipped this and nobody would have cared.
No. You were the one that wanted to talk
about
it.
But the interest, that's the thing. It's such an interesting game because of how fucking horrendous it was.
Yeah.
I don't get how, like, NFL teams field that or put that on a fucking field and expect anybody to give a shit. Because now Broncos fans, they're selling their tickets going into this week. Like, they're finding ways to get rid of their fucking tickets. Every home game the Broncos have had this season, they have been booed. From the start of their fucking drive to the end of their fucking the entire game, it's so bad in Denver. And Denver is one of those hollowed fucking franchises. They have multiple Super Bowls, have had some of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and they consider Russell Wilson to be that coming in, and he's the corniest fucking dude.
I hate him.
And doesn't live up at all to the kind of talent he has around him.
Yeah.
So,
but we got to move on. So what we're going to go with now is Week 6 predictions.
Yep.
So a lot of people are projecting that we're going to start it off with the Thursday night game. A lot of people are projecting that this Thursday night game is going to be just as bad. I think this is two bad teams that put up a better game.
Oh, I need to pull it. Hold on.
I got him.
I know you're the one that's kind of like calling out the games, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, you want to see them? It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the Commanders as a 1-point favorite over the Bears. So it's a pick'em game.
I don't like either of these teams. I don't like either one of these teams at all.
There's one big difference. You're betting on Carson Wentz. Is Carson Wentz going to ball?
Carson Wentz is better than Justin Fields right now.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I'm taking the Bears. Yeah, I mean, you knew I was happening. I don't know why.
Have you bet against the Bears at all this year?
Yeah, I bet against them for the Vikings.
Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean I had to. It was the Vikings.
Do I trust Carson Wentz to win a game?
You really think Carl Wentz got it in him?
Carl
Wentz.
Carl Weezer Wentz.
Yeah.
Oh,
you think he's got it?
Yeah, I think he can beat the Bears.
I do too.
Dude, that's so sad.
It is.
He started out the season beating the fucking Jaguars, and now he hasn't done shit since. Oh, man.
This is the week for me that Fields has to get his shit together.
Yeah, for sure.
If Fields has a bad passing game this week, I get it. We're drafting Bryce Young.
Well, I think it's very possible he could have a bad passing game because, I mean, say what you will about the Commanders, their fucking pass rush is decent.
Yeah, but
I think Chase Young will finally be back to play, I think. So, I don't know, man.
Back to back, we got another pick 'em.
Okay.
We got the Jags are a 1-point dog to the Colts.
This is propaganda in favor of the Colts.
I'm taking the Jags.
They get a fucking dub and then they're favorites at all, ever. In the history of their franchise?
A win is a relative
Fuck
term.
the Colts, man.
A win's a relative term.
I don't give a shit.
I'm taking the Jags here. Come on.
It's minus 120 for them to be a fucking road dog against the Colts by 1 point. Jacksonville win this. They win this game by a lot.
I think they at least win, so I got to take them.
So dumb. That's a really dumb
I am
one.
interested in what you got about this one. We got the 49ers are 6.5 point
Oh my god!
favorites against the Falcons.
Well, the only good thing about the Falcons has been Cordero Patterson. So, like, he's on IR. He's out for at least, 6 weeks or something? So, yeah, I mean, I could see I will take the 49ers in that game. Just, they look really good right now. They fucking boat race the Rams, so.
Yeah, the thing is we did say the Falcons keep it close.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't think Jimmy G is not capable of a blowout. I'm going to take the Falcons cover, but they lose.
Yeah, but Jeff Wilson and Debo are capable of helping secure a blowout.
That is fair.
As long as Jimmy G throws under 20 passes, I think they win this game by at least 7.
I actually agree with you. 100%.
Okay, well let's just say, okay, Jimmy, you're watching TMB. Do not throw more than 20 passes. Tell Kyle to fuck off. His plays are trash. Remember, just say that.
Yeah,
and then you should be good. But yeah, 7 points.
I'm gonna take the Falcons for covering but losing.
Yeah, they've covered. I think they're like undefeated against the spread all year.
I couldn't imagine they're not. So yeah, when a team keeps covering, you keep betting on them.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, then we got the Bengals as a pick'em, true pick'em against the Saints.
I want to throw up. How is that a fucking thing? Dude, the Bengals are easily winning this game.
Oh, yeah, I got the Bengals.
And I say this, and then the fucking Saints are going to win this game.
Kamara's back.
Yeah, so is Jameis. But is he better? Is he better than Andy Dalton?
Yeah.
Andy got the Andy's good.
I take
Come on.
the Bengals, but I mean, I expect Kamara to have a good game because he's on my fantasy team. All right, so then we got.
Is that the only reason?
It's the only reason I want him to.
He hasn't had a good game yet.
Leave him alone.
I know.
Kamara's that guy.
I wish he would be good because I haven't been in a league too.
He's
this
one
fucking
of my
thing
favorite
won't
players.
Stop. Quit it. All right. We're good though.
Next, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a 6.5 point favorite against the
Take
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Take them.
I like them.
Fuck the Steelers.
So
talk about worst teams in the NFL. I think
Kenny
Steelers are
Pickett.
in there somewhere.
Kenny Pickett's back.
I don't know about it.
Back is not
Yeah.
back. He's here. He's here to be.
He's here to lose.
I think so.
Dude, he's got the
I'm taking
worst 2-game start to his career and is fucking, that's terrible.
Poor guy.
They're like 15-point fucking underdogs against the Bills this week. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think we only picked him at a 10.
Yeah, it's probably bet up since then.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with it. They're probably gonna lose by 40. But yeah, I take Tampa Bay for
Holy
sure.
cow, there's a lot of pick'ems this week. All right, we got another pick'em. Kinda.
Yep.
We got the Vikings as a 1-point favorite. Or no, 1-point dog against the Dolphins.
Yeah, they're on the road in Miami.
Tua.
Is Tua back?
That's the big question. If Tua is back, I'll probably
It's
take
concussion protocol, but he did have his back fucked up. His back and his ankle have been fucked up all year.
Yeah.
So
I guess I'm going to go Vikings because I'm going to bet on Tua not being back.
okay.
That's how I'm feeling about this.
If Tua is back, you take the Dolphins?
Of course.
Okay, I'm going to take the Dolphins either way.
Okay.
Just because I think their secondary is finally looking better because Xavier Howard is playing pretty fucking great. I don't know if Byron Jones is back yet, but I don't know, man. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, they're so lethal. Justin Jefferson, I mean, he could go off in that game, but yeah, that's one of those games where it's deserving of a pick'em, I think, because either team could win that game.
Absolutely.
I never thought the Dolphins were so much better than pretty much every AFC team, but when they were undefeated, they looked like one of the best teams in the NFL. So
next, I'm really upset that Anthony's not here for this episode because what I'm about to say is crazy. Patriots are 3.5-point dogs to the Browns. This is my take. If Mac Jones is playing, I take the Browns. If Bailey Zappi is playing, I will
stop
take the
this
Patriots.
shit, man. He likes the rookies.
Western Kentucky, man. You got to root for him here.
I don't think he's. I don't know. Why are the Browns favorites against anybody?
Patriots aren't good.
They're fucking dog shit.
I really don't know about this one.
This should be a pick'em. If any game is the definition of a pick'em,
I'm going to take Patriots because I don't see either of these teams winning by more than 3
notable over-under is set at 41.5. I'd take the under. I really would.
Unless Zappi's playing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd take that over.
I'm taking the Browns
I'm going to take Patriots.
just because I don't like the Patriots.
I'm going to take yeah. No, I hate both of these teams. But
I hate both of these teams.
I'm going to take the Patriots because I think Zap's going to play.
Okay.
All right. Then we got the Panthers are a 9.5-point dog to the Rams.
Jesus Christ. I don't think the Rams are worthy of a line like that.
But the Panthers are.
The Panthers are worthy of a line like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dichotomy of neither of these teams deserve to be this much of a favorite or an underdog. Oh, man. You go first. I don't want to pick. I don't want to be wrong. I always want to be right.
Okay.
I can't be right with this.
Do the Panthers have pass rushers? Or just rushers in general, I guess? Are they decent at... Do they have a defensive line that's worth the shit?
Yeah, they're... Brian Burns, Derek... Is his name Derek Brown, I think?
Fill me in. How good? How good we talking? Like, upper echelon?
Brian Burns is middle of the pack, I'd say, in terms of starters. So, decent. But they did... I don't know.
If they had a good rusher, they could get to...
I think if you fade Baker Mayfield, then you're not really doing yourself a disservice. So
I'm gonna go Rams.
They could win about 10. It's only 10 points in the NFL.
Only 10.
We only do this every week where there's a 10-point fucking spread and we lose it every time.
Never bet on the 10-point spread.
Hate it.
I'm gonna bet on the 10-point spread here.
If someone parlays this game, just parlay all the fucking 9.5 plus spreads and see if you can win them.
Hey, that's a fun.
You fucking moron.
Hey, that's fun.
It is fun.
That's how you play for fun.
Yeah, losing money is so fun. But yeah, I'd probably take the Rams, honestly.
I am too.
I fucking hate the Panthers. They're so
all right, we got the Cardinals as a 2.5-point favorite against the Seahawks.
Geno Smith gets it done.
I'm taking Seahawks as well.
Let's go. They're fucking 2.5-point dogs at
Why are we
home.
agreeing so much?
I don't know, man. We need a third person or something.
We need to disagree.
We need to get
got
someone
3
else in
games.
Oh shit. I am taking Seahawks though.
Yeah, I am too. So we agree. All right, we got the Bills and the Chiefs in a pick 'em. Whoever you take, I'll take the opposite because I feel just fine with either. I know which one I'd rather.
You'd probably rather have the Chiefs? The Bills?
I'd rather have the Bills.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Okay, cool. So we both get that.
No, I love the Chiefs. And
Yeah.
Dude, they've looked so fucking good. And it's in Arrowhead. So 53.5 over under? It's going to be a shootout. It's going to be like fucking. Remember the Rams and Chiefs back in, like, what was it, 2019? When Jared Goff was a fucking Ram? They scored fucking 100-plus points combined.
I love that.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
This will be a shootout. I love this game. That's probably going to be game of the year.
Yeah. I was going to say, and this is the only reason I didn't. I was going to say, whatever you pick, I'll take the opposite. All right, next we have Dallas as a 5.5-point dog against the Eagles.
I think this is the game that Dak comes back,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to look terrible in his first game back.
I don't think it'll look. He might. I mean, Eagles defense is kind of cracked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So here's the thing about the Eagles right now. They don't give up sacks.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been giving up sacks, and that's been the strength of the Cowboys so far. They forced a couple turnovers, not nearly as much as last year, but whenever they rush quarterbacks and make them, they get them into, pressure positions, that's whenever they get those opportunities to create turnovers. I don't think that happens with Jalen. You get what I'm saying? Because the Eagles have played pretty good pass rushers all year.
They played Micah Parsons, and that's why you sold me on. I'm going to take the Cowboys to cover but lose.
Okay, that's fair.
Of course, yeah.
It's in Philly too, so could they win by 6?
Come on,
at home?
You're taking them.
I have every fucking week, and I've been right every fucking week against the spread. They're fucking. I mean, they've won every. They've won every single spread.
When the spreads, you keep taking them. That's what we keep saying.
Yeah, but this is the thing about this. The Cowboys have looked really good, despite having a backup.
Come on.
I think there will be a skid eventually for Philly.
Yeah, no,
but it's not this week, bitch.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. They win this shit.
Yeah, because they're not going. I don't think they're going undefeated.
I don't think they're going to blow Dallas out or anything. No. But I do think that they win comfortably. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, not even a touchdown. Two field goals wins this.
Yeah.
Spread.
Yeah.
It's not even a full touch. A full 7 points.
Yeah.
It's only 5.5.
Yeah. I don't. Because I don't trust either one of their starting receivers to make crazy plays with how well Darius Slay and.
I heard he doesn't like being called by his first name.
Well, yeah, Slay.
Is Slay or Big Play?
Big Play.
Big Play Slay.
Big Play Slay. Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but I'll.
No, he literally corrects everyone in.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. I'll never call him by his first name again.
Yeah.
Big Play Slay.
He literally doesn't have a first name.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Big Play Slay.
That's why I said watch Rich Eisen. He did it 3 times. It's Slay. They went on to fucking finish his answer. He's like, yeah, don't call me Darius. That's sick. I don't want to be called that.
And then the last game. And
boy!
This one's easy, so we can't.
Fuck the Broncos!
Yeah, I can't take the other one.
I hope that peaked the fucking microphone.
Broncos.
Fuck the Broncos!
Broncos are 6-point dog against the Chargers.
So the over-under is 47 points. The Chargers are going to get 46 of them. I don't even know how you get 1 point. How do you get 1 point? How do you get 1 point? I don't even know if that's not possible. They could get 2 points.
I mean, you can get 46 points.
Yeah, but
it's an ugly way of doing it, but you could.
I'm saying that the Chargers are going to score literally.
Oh, you're taking the over.
Well, yeah, no, it's going to be
exactly 47.
It's going to be 47.
Oh, okay. 46
and the Chargers score all but 40. Well, they score all but 1 point. That's fine. Yeah. But anyways, Chargers cover. Broncos are trash.
I'm taking the Chargers.
I mean, it's not even. How do you take the Broncos at all?
After seeing what
ever, every single game they've been underwhelming.
It's embarrassing.
They're the fucking worst.
Yeah, I just don't.
There were people that had this team in the playoffs. Oh, the playoffs, and they fucking win the division. No, never. Denver's trash.
Yeah, I agree.
I fucking hate it.
You ready to move on though?
Yeah, we're good. Let's do NBA.
So NBA is coming up. So what we have decided to do leading up to the NBA season, we ranked the top 10 in every position.
Yep.
We're going to start at the point guard. We're going to work our way down now so we could at least agree on positions because we know that, LeBron and KD played a whole lot of power forward lately.
Yeah.
They're not really playing the small forward position. So what we did, we picked ESPN, NBA depth charts.
Yeah,
We
just
went
go off
of
the
it.
depth charts, the official depth chart
Yeah.
for ESPN.
So if you're wondering, LeBron is a small forward. KD is a small forward.
They're traditional positions, what they've played like
Except for
predominantly in the past.
Except for they're not. Well, I'll highlight another really weird one. Jason Tatum at the 4.
Yeah,
He does play the 4, but he is a 3. But
Yeah.
we ranked him among power forwards here
Yeah.
because that's what it is. Ben Simmons is a 4, if you're wondering. There's no stipulations on last year. So if you didn't play last year, you're on the list.
Mm-hmm.
This is
projecting what they will look like this season.
Yeah. For the upcoming season, this is what we think top 10 is going to play out. So I just want to go back and forth. We're going to start at the point guard. Who's your number 10?
Number 10?
We're going to start from the bottom where we're working.
Okay, I have CJ McConnell. Or, not CJ McConnell. CJ McCollum. Fuck, my bad.
Yeah, I love the transition.
He's probably the best player on the Pacers.
He's not on the Pacers.
He's not on the Pacers?
Nope.
No, what am I talking about? He's on the Pelicans. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. He wasn't on the Pacers.
Best?
I mean, it's him or...
Zion.
Well, yeah, Zion.
Zion's there. Brenden Ingram's there.
Ingram.
Dude, that team's a little squad.
CJ was so good in Portland, motherfucker. I'm tired. But anyways,
yeah. I think he's good. I like the transition. I think he's a better 2 than he is a 1, but I like his transition into the 1, and especially him being like the vet and being able to distribute the ball as the veteran there. I really like
that. Is the thing
so
about him that I like with him being on the Pelicans is that he provides this young core with some veteran leadership that's been to the playoffs, has played with some clutch players like Dame and LaMarcus Aldridge. Like he's been there with pretty good players before, so I think he could help Zion become what people expect him to be. Maybe, like 30-point a game, fucking superstar.
Expect him is. I mean, he was there when he played.
When he was playing, he was great, but the injuries and his health has kind of waned. So hopefully he gets back to.
My number 10 is Drew Holiday.
I love that.
He is the perfect
one of those another vet, like
perfect third player for the big 3 of the Bucks.
Yeah,
he just fits that role so much better. And
so you like him more than Eric Bledsoe because when Bledsoe,
absolutely. I like him more than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, I agree.
Is where I think so. But I think they play a very similar role.
Yeah, Smart didn't make my list. So.
No, mine neither. But Drew Holiday is just.
I think he's like one of the.
So well.
He's been in like Defensive Player of the Year conversations. He's like first team all.
But they don't
defense.
ever give it to a guard until last year. So I think that this is actually like he's a dark horse for me to win.
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year.
But he was like that with the 76ers. He's been like that with the Pelicans. Who else was he fucking playing for? Oh man, he's played for a couple teams now. But
he's good.
This is maybe the best version of him because he's playing with a championship
team.
Yeah, he's playing with a championship level roster.
Yeah.
So.
Who's your number 9?
Number 9's Maxey. Like Tyrese Maxey a lot.
I get it.
I don't know if he's necessarily going to be this low by the end of the season, but there's so many good point guards in the NBA. It's tough to put him any higher.
Yeah. He did not make my list, but I understand it completely. I mean,
he's like one of the main pieces of the Sixers. Like if you're talking about the big 3 for the Sixers, like a lot of people would say Tobias, but
I mean, Tobias is bad. But
Maxey makes the Sixers. What if they were a big 3? He would be the third of the 3, I think.
Little arguable, but I get it. Yeah. I mean, Maxey is just
Maybe I'm biased because I'm like a Philly guy, but I don't know. I just think he plays so well, and he's pretty good defensively too on the wing. So, who's your 9?
So my 9 is CJ McCollum.
Okay.
I think that, like we've already said, him coming into that role, it really helped that team. All right, who's your 8?
I've got why am I blanking on his first name? Murray. Oh fuck, Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray,
dude. I need to brush up on my NBA, or I need to drink some coffee or something. Fuck. Yeah, Jamal Murray. His injury a couple years ago, or did he play last year at all? Really?
No, he did not.
Yeah, because he tore his ACL. I hope he gets back to where he was before the ACL injury. Because Jesus Christ, they looked so good in the playoffs.
He did. He did not make my list.
He didn't?
No.
I think he's better than Giroux.
I think he could be.
I just think the scoring aspect of him, like he's a fantastic scorer.
And I mean, Joker's going to get him open. Joker's going to get him all the opportunities. A lot.
Yeah.
I do think he's going to have a good season, but I think for me, kind of projecting him to have a slow start.
Okay.
I think that he's going to take some time to come back from the injury, and this won't be his like breakout year like everyone's projecting. I think he's going to come in and just play a role.
I mean, he got a bag. He's got to live up to it. Yeah. But I mean, if you're gonna,
he's gonna be a hell of a player. I just don't think that he's gonna.
It's the injury that makes you concerned.
Yeah, I just think he's gonna be a little slow coming back, which is fine.
Who's your 8?
So my 8 is Chris Paul.
Oh man,
I think there's a lot of problems with this team.
We did talk about this before the podcast. I think it's relatively low.
I'm pretty low on Chris Paul, but he is great. And honestly,
he's what, 36, 37 at this point?
I think he's aging. He's going to have I think he's going to have a much worse year. Mm-hmm. I think that the whole Ayton situation is not helping him. It's hurting him.
Yeah.
You know, he has Book, but I mean, I think we're seeing the decline of Chris Paul at this point.
Yeah, but that's been the narrative around him at every stop. I mean, he made Oklahoma City a fucking a playoff team.
Yeah,
so.
He was playing great there. He's been playing great on
the
Suns.
Last year why they were in the play like that. He's why they were in the finals.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. So
not solely, but he was
a big part of the reason. Yeah. I don't know, man. He has his ups and downs, but I don't know. I have him way higher just because of the value there with how old he is and just the capability of getting everybody involved and running an offense the way it should be run.
Yeah.
He makes it flow a lot better than a lot of the guys on this list.
They did just lose in the preseason to the 36ers. Not the 76ers. They lost to the 36ers. And he was playing. So.
That's bad.
That's real bad. Like.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, I guess I'll do my 7. I've got Trae Young.
Oh, that's a little low.
Yeah, he is kind of low.
I mean, kind of.
It's hard because it's like we were saying before the podcast, we kind of had a tier for this guy in the next couple.
Yeah.
But I think he's the worst of the 4 we have in that discussion.
Yeah.
Even though he's like, I just think he's such a liability defensively.
Yeah, for sure.
He is a fucking lightning in a bottle type of scorer, which it kind of just clashes every single game. He's scoring like 30-plus points a game, so
yeah.
I think that being his capability, but he's giving up so many points just from his opposition. So
yeah, my number 7 is Darius Garland.
Okay.
This is a player I absolutely love, and I think the addition of Mitchell is just going to make him. The problem is I think his scoring is going to go down, but I think his assists are going to go up. I think that he's going to have.
He's definitely.
I think he's going to have a great season. I just think that every player above him, this next 6, are insane. They're just phenomenal, and I think that he's so close to being in that range for me, but it's just not.
Donovan Mitchell's such an upgrade over Colin Sexton, though. Like he's so fucking good.
Yeah, I mean Garland's an upgrade over Sexton.
Yeah.
That's not what people expected early into the year last year.
Yeah. I mean, Sexton was what, like a top 10? He was a top 10 pick, wasn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. I think that he's going to look way better with, that kind of guy beside him.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think Donovan Mitchell could be an MVP sort of player?
This year, probably not.
Not with the way that, Giannis and Jokic put up crazy PER and crazy fucking stats.
Yeah, I don't think he's the MVP level. It'd be cool. I'd love to see it, but I don't think.
At least first team All Pro or first team All NBA.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Yeah,
I think it could happen.
I think that could happen. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to 6. I've got Kyrie.
I got Trae Young.
Okay, so I'm trying to. Obviously, the next couple of players we have, interchangeable.
Yeah, but, I think we're going to pretty much agree on these top 5.
I think the next 2 ahead of Kyrie. The reason why I have Kyrie so low is because of the
not playing.
Not being. He's not reliable at all.
No, yeah.
And he's a nut. So like, I don't know. Yeah. He has been. We haven't really seen the lineup for the Nets that we want to see yet.
Yeah, I want to see Ben
Simmons didn't play it all last year, which is so disappointing for them.
Yeah, and I want to see Ben at the 5. Ben and Claxton do not need to be on the court together.
No, he's going to be stopping the ball so much too. I think that's what
they're just not. I don't like them as the 4 and 5.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
I don't know what the game plan is because like there's 4 players in the Nets lineup that can bring the ball up the court. It seems at this point. So how does that look? Is Ben going to be exclusively a post player? Is it going to be on the? I don't know.
It's
how
weird.
It's gonna work.
They have a weird team, but it is cool having a player that can just go anywhere. But yeah, because Kyrie sometimes doesn't like playing one. He doesn't
Kyrie
like just
is
playing two.
so fucking talented. Like he's
unbelievable.
It's the same narrative with him. It's just a matter of him staying on the court and not giving anybody a reason to fucking hate him any more than they already do. So,
I love him. I love the guy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
But
who's that? Your number 5?
Yeah.
All right, my number 5 is Ja Morant.
Yep.
I think
he's capable of way higher.
Insane.
I think he's capable of being at least top 3.
I do too.
So
yeah,
that's like my ceiling for him, just because the first 2 are so much better than everybody.
My 3 through 6 are all interchangeable for me.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, Ja's just that guy. He's him.
Yeah, I think he needs to continue his postseason success because they came back against the Timberwolves last year, and he was a big reason why.
Yeah. His injury,
that was tough.
Was unfortunate, but you saw that the team can win without him.
Yeah,
which is a little weird.
A lot of people were trying to push the narrative that because he was out, they were more able to win. I was like, dude, he's fucking.
That's crazy.
Stop. Yeah. It's crazy. He's stupid fucking narratives around him. My 4 is Dame.
My 4 is Kyrie.
Okay. So you probably have... Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
you have Kyrie over Trae Young and...
Ja Morant. Yeah. I just think that his scoring ability... I think his defense is really underlooked. Like, he gets for a point guard, he's
definitely
a really
better
solid
defender
amount of
than
blocks.
those 3 guys.
Yeah.
He's more clutch than those 3 guys.
Yeah.
He's
as good of a scorer as Ja Morant and Trae.
He is more of a dog than those 3 guys, I think.
Yeah. He's as good as a scorer as Ja and Trae, and better defensively.
I think you have Dame lower because of the injury. I have Dame higher because I think
I have Dame higher.
Oh.
I haven't said Dame yet.
Oh, that's right. Fuck, my bad.
Yeah.
Damn, okay. I think
you have Dame at 4. So
yeah, I think Dame could be lower in that tier just because of the injury. But I think if he comes back and he is what he was before the injury, easy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go ahead and say Dame's my 3rd, and I think Dame is 3 because, for me, him taking that bad teams, as far as he did, is what does it for me.
Yeah, Portland hasn't been very supportive.
No.
And that was the thing. Dame really doesn't need to be loyal to an organization that isn't helping him win. And it sucks because he's been so fucking good for so long.
Yeah.
And dude,
I'd love to see him go.
I would love to see him hit a fucking game-winning buzzer beater like he did against Houston. Yeah. Like, I want to see that again for him, but I don't think they're capable. I don't think Portland's going to be great this year. They haven't been in a while.
I mean, Dame could be playing like he does, and I mean,
he could go on his DeRozan shit and be in the MVP discussion for a while. I don't think Chicago was necessarily great last year, even though they were a top seed. But I don't know. Yeah. I have CP3 at 3.
Yeah, so very, very different on these sides.
Yeah, I just think that he's better than that tier we were talking about, just because the value's there. Every team he's been on has made the playoffs. Yeah, and it's been exclusively because of how well he's played.
Yeah, I think the big thing that can make the jump for you is I think after the 90 days and when DeAndre Ayton is up for trade or available to be traded, I think he's going to want traded. Yeah. And whoever they package that deal for could help.
They are not getting anything like the fucking Jazz did. I don't know.
No. But I think
I'm just saying that was such a dumb fucking trade
and stuff like that. And then maybe like those players would play a little better with. Because I just think that DeAndre Ayton's kind of like not one to be a part of this team right now. Yeah. And
that's
I think
fair.
that.
I mean.
So then you're kind of...
Things have kind of fallen apart for him.
Yeah.
He looked so bad against the Bucks in that finals, too. I mean, he was playing against Giannis, but still, it's like...
No one looks good against Giannis. I just think that their team's going to have some struggles. Yeah. I don't think that... I think they have bad chemistry at the moment, and I think that that's a recipe for failure.
I think we got the first, or the top 2 as the same. Luka and Steph.
Luka's my 2. Steph's 1.
Yeah, Steph, reigning finals MVP. I think they're going to be right there again this year.
Yeah.
Probably not in the finals. I don't know. I'd say they're the favorite in the West right now. Mm-hmm. Man, I really like the Mavericks though. Luka's so fucking good.
It's insane.
He's a talk about dog. I think he may be he's got the biggest bite of anybody on this list for sure.
I mean,
he talks a lot of shit, but he backs it up.
Yeah.
More than anybody on the list, I think. So
yeah. I mean, I think he could easily take this one spot. Like he could win MVP.
Yeah, I mean, he should be in the MVP. He's been in the MVP discussion since he's joined the fucking NBA.
Yeah.
Which I've been talking about this dude for a while. Like not necessarily, in the media, like independent media type shit, but in our friend groups and shit.
Yeah.
He was coming out of the Euro League. I was like, dude, at 16, he's been, so fucking good.
Yeah.
He's going to dominate the NBA, which he has. So
he's him.
Honestly, if there was any year that he could win the MVP, I think it's this year. It's probably the best roster he's been around for a while. I think he's the most healthy he's been. He's coming off a, back-breaking loss in the final, or not in the finals, but in the playoffs.
They let the point guard walk
to
the Knicks, and I think it was honestly on purpose.
Yeah.
I think they wanted Luka to have the ball in his hand more.
Yeah, he deserves to.
Yeah, which is
he makes the best. I mean, he has a lot of turnovers and stuff, but his 3-point percentage has gone up. Mm-hmm. He's looked a lot better. He's looked dominant.
Yeah. And I mean, Curry's Curry.
Yeah, and Steph's hitting fucking logo threes still.
Yeah,
at 34? Something. He's older. He's older now, but Finals MVP first time. He's 4-time
second
champion.
time.
First official time.
Second time, truly.
Yeah, and dude, 4-time champion. I was talking to Anthony about this maybe a couple months ago. I was like, I think he's probably the best point guard of all time.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, we had a segment on Jamin where we both
really
me and Rex both agreed.
Oh shit. It's tough because Magic Johnson was such an icon for the game.
Yeah.
And he was the Showtime Lakers, so I don't know.
Yeah. But
it's an argument there. Let's move on to the shooting guards, though.
Yep. Number 10 for me, Tyler Herro.
I agree.
Just got a bag.
Yeah.
And I don't think he necessarily deserved the money he got.
Yeah.
But I think it came down to
NBA teams throw money. They throw money at players like this all the time.
They can't score. If he's not on the court, they're not good at scoring, so you can't lose them.
Oh yeah, the first fucking half of the first quarter, they're like sitting with 10 points. The other team's got 30, and then they kind of make a comeback.
Yeah,
it's because Tyler Herro. Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, he's a scorer.
Kentucky boy. I wonder how many Kentucky players are gonna be on this list. Was there any on? Well, there's Maxey, Jamal Murray.
Yeah, for you had Murray.
Fuck,
I didn't have Maxey either.
Yeah, so I had two in the point guards, and then we got Tyler Herro. He played Kentucky. Kentucky's so fucking deep, man.
They are.
God.
So we agreed on the 10. All right, who's your 9?
Love him. I got Anthony Edwards. I think he's going to look a lot better this year, too.
That's a little low.
Oh, you have him higher?
I have him higher than that.
I think that on a talent basis, I think he's probably underrated here, I guess. Mm-hmm. But there are guys with the name recognition and stuff that I probably have above him. And with how well they played last year, I just think that this isn't the ceiling for him. Yeah, for me, just because Minnesota is going to be so much better this year, given they have Rudy Gobert and they already had Cat. So, dude, I think that team's going to be fucking great. Like they had a couple, like they really fell apart, and he was a big part of that in that series against Memphis. But Jesus Christ, they were so fucking good last year.
My number 9 is Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane,
literally the opposite of Harrell. He is just so defensive. And I think it's so perfect for the team that he's on. Yeah. And he wasn't getting a whole bunch of recognition at first, but I think that this is the year he'll get some recognition. He'll actually be he'll score a little bit more, and defense is just going to be insane. So I think he's 9th best. Yeah. My 8 is Brandon Ingram.
I have Brandon Ingram at 8 too.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that because Zion's going to be healthy this year, a fully healthy, like way better shape Zion. Yeah. Dude, I mean, watch out for the Pelicans. I actually like them a lot.
The Pelicans and
they're finally coming into form.
Remind me of the same team.
They are so similar, but I think that the Timberwolves have a better lineup, starting 5. I think, just because they have every single position that.
Maybe
I don't know. Like who's their 3? I keep forgetting. Do they have D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I mean, they're decent.
Yeah, but he's spotty.
Yeah, he is spotty.
He really just don't be playing some games.
Yeah. I don't know.
They have
I love
Jaden
McDaniels.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But you don't want. I don't think you want 5 superstars.
No,
I think it starts to. I guess you do want 5 superstars. That'd be great.
It would be great.
I think if your entire lineup is superstars, it can start to get hard.
Brenden Ingram's making a case for himself though as one of the best players.
He gets better every year.
Yeah, like he's definitely improved every year, and with their best player being out, it kind of makes it look worse at times. But now that he's back and healthy, I think they're going to win a lot of games. I'd say they're probably going to win 50
He's
games.
not going to have to take the ball down the court every game either. And he can, is the other cool thing, is even playing the 2. He can take
every
the ball
player
down
on this
court
team could probably take the ball down. I mean, other than their center. But
yeah.
I think they can.
But, I mean, he can dish it out to CJ, who's a great spot-up shooter. I think his progression is going to go up a lot. With
I hope
CJ
Zion actually made the progression with his 3-point shot. Because
he was balling those games he was playing.
It's still like under 35%, I believe, whenever he was playing. So, like, hopefully he can get that up. I think that's what it was. But he hasn't played in a fucking year.
Yeah.
So
you're not going to like this. My number 7 is James Harden.
Oh, man.
I just don't think...
Is that his ceiling for you?
No, of course not. He could obviously be a lot better. But I just don't think that... I think he's going to take, I guess no pun intended, a step back here. And he's going to let Maxey do a little bit more of the work. And I
would hope so.
He's going to do a little bit more facilitating. Yeah. And I think it's good for him, but I think it's going to decrease the... Like, we're going to look at him more as the role player more than the superstar. But I think he'll have games where you're like, holy shit, he dropped 30, 40, 50. I think he'll have those games. I just don't think that he's going to stand out as, like, above the players above him.
Yeah.
On my list.
I don't know. I just think that because of how crazy his usage rates have been over the past, like, half decade at this point, I think this is where he finally starts making better decisions because when he has the ball, he's not going to be just jacking up threes and shit. He's actually got scorers on his team. Maxey, Tobias Harris, and Embiid included. So, like, I don't know. I have him way fucking higher than you.
Yeah, no, I figured.
That is kind of crazy, I think. But my 7 is Bradley Beal. I think he's the sole fucking player on Washington. He's literally the only player they have that's good. So,
again, I feel like that's low.
You feel like it's low?
I got Bill higher. I think Bill is...
Oh, man. Like I was saying, there's just the guys that I have
the
on
sole
here.
player on Washington's also a little... Like, they're not good, but, I mean, they have Porzingis and Kuzma. But they're not good, but, like...
I think he's substantially better than Porzingis. And Porzingis is, like, miles ahead of Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, of course.
So,
I just think that they're not, like...
All right. So, I got Levine at 6.
I have Levine at 6.
Okay. See, we can agree.
Yeah.
We agreed a couple times.
Yeah.
I just think he's fucking great.
I think, honestly, I'd put him a lot higher if, he was the sole guy again. I think that...
Well, DeMar was so good last year.
Yeah, and I think it just... Like, he's worse as a shooting guard, but, like, sometimes it still looks like it's his team, which I love. Like, I just love...
He's been there for so long, though.
Levine. I love seeing the development. Because, like, I remember early into his career, he was just all he can do is dunk.
Yeah.
Now he's a baller. He's leading.
Yeah. What did he average last year? Wasn't it over, like, 20-something points? It was, like, 24 points, something like that?
Let's see.
So, like, they have
24 and a half, 24-4.
Yeah, so they have 2 20-plus scorers on their team, and DeMar is, like, an MVP
and
fringe
DeMar
player.
put up 27.9.
Yeah, he was so fucking good.
Yeah.
They just got to be good teams. They fucking dominate all the shitty teams.
Well, okay, so they had a weird year last year where you're looking at their lineup and you go, oh, there's no one that can play defense. Literally no one. None of them play defense. Then Caruso comes in, and you're like, holy shit, they're a top 10 defense. And Lonzo Ball was, them two together, they were like a top 10 defense in the league when they were 1-4. It was insane.
That's their bench unit, too.
Yeah, but Lonzo's not. He's starting, and they were balling. He's hurt. He was supposed to have I think it was like a month injury, and he's still out.
Yeah, that's
something
scary.
went. Yeah,
he's had a couple of situations like that.
Yeah, that's what's really unfortunate.
Yeah,
they could beat a lot of teams if Ball's.
He's kind of changed the narrative on his career too. Like Lonzo's been pretty good while he's been in Chicago.
Yeah,
for the time he has played.
Yeah, I mean, he was a Defensive Player of the Year candidate for a little bit. Like he was playing that good of defense.
Yeah, hopefully he can get back and be healthy because then Chicago will
be at full strength and maybe make a push in the East. I don't know if they're going to be the best. Like they got to play, Milwaukee.
Good teams.
So,
But yeah,
Good teams.
they do.
There's a lot of good teams in the East.
I like the East.
You got the Celtics, you got the Sixers, Miami, and you got the Bucks.
Top five. My number 5, it's Anthony Edwards. I think he could be in the MVP discussion.
Where the fuck do you have Klay Thompson?
We'll get there.
I have Klay Thompson at 5.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have him higher than I do. But you had fucking Harden at 7.
Just hold out here.
So you have Anthony Edwards at 5.
I don't have Klay on this list, actually. I think his minutes go down. Jordan Poole's taking those minutes, and then you just go back and forth on who's going to have the better game. Clay's not on my...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What?
It's unfortunate, but he's kind of...
I mean, his injuries have fucked his career for a minute.
He's kind of being replaced.
Yeah.
Like, he's still super good, and he could definitely be on this list. He could be 5 on the list. Like, easy. But I think
he could be as high as 3.
I don't think he's better than the top 3. Like, even...
I don't either.
At his best, I don't think he's better than the top 3. But I think that he could be at least on the list. I just think that he's just not... He's going to be in that weird position where he has a 60-point game, and then a 2-point game, and then a 3-point game, and then some defensive games. Like, he's just not going to really play some games, and then he'll be balling out.
I mean, he's been like that. Draymond's been like that.
Yeah.
It's been fucking tough. I don't know.
But I think Anthony Edwards, I am a little nervous about how the Gobert will affect him.
Yeah.
Just because I think that, he wants to be driving into the paint, and that's kind of what Donovan Mitchell was wanting to do. And, Gobert's just standing down there.
I think they can get plays to, get him in the paint.
I think
so Gobert's he's literally a fucking column for any pick and roll type play. So,
yeah.
I mean, I feel like they're going to be getting a lot of connections, this year. Anthony Edwards may be responsible for at least 50% of their offense.
He's going to be balling.
At the very least.
He is going to be absolutely balling.
Yeah.
My number 4, Bradley Beal.
Okay.
He just got his bag.
Yeah.
He's going to be balling. I mean, I think that you saw how well Porzingis was scoring when he was out. I think he is going to be throwing up numbers. Like I think he could win the scoring title if he's playing healthy all year.
I don't see this team making the playoffs. I don't see this team making the playoffs.
I don't either.
I think the East is way too deep. But if they are going to make the playoffs, it's because of Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley is going to have to take.
So
I think he's going to win he would be my pick to win the scoring title. Like I think that's what he's going to be doing.
Yeah, but you're putting him against Giannis and Embiid and LeBron. If LeBron's going to be in that again, I mean maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I have Paul George at my 4.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a little crazy to me.
What do you mean?
I got Paul George at 3.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know who your top 2 are.
Yeah, of course. Paul George is at 3 for me. It's really just health.
Yeah.
At this point, he's shown that he can take the Clippers far by himself.
I mean, he's MVP level.
Yeah.
He rivals Kawhi for who the best player on their team is.
That's crazy.
At times.
Because Kawhi is that guy.
Kawhi is fucking amazing. So
Paul George is just insane. He is the most unfortunate player.
He's been one of those players that have had one of the worst luck. He's got one of the worst he's one of the players that has the worst luck in the NBA, and he's made the most of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
fucking snapping his leg, having shoulder issues, back issues, all his career.
He was looked at pretty much how Luke is looked at now until he broke his leg.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to think about that.
Exactly. And he's been in the league for so long. He was drafted 2011?
I hope I don't want the Clippers to win a championship.
No, me neither.
But I want him to get a ring.
They are. I'd say that after the Warriors, I'd probably have the Clippers up there as my contender for the title.
If they're healthy, I take them over the
Warriors right now.
Just I'm not betting on health with that team.
Yeah,
they just don't. They don't do it. So
to me, the favorite is Milwaukee, and then right after that's probably the Warriors.
Yeah.
So, my 3 is Donovan.
Yeah, my 2 is Donovan. I mean, the thing that
I figured
you
he was
can say,
in the top 3. I think he's on a better team, better situation.
The thing that I like about Donovan so much more now.
Yeah.
I would have put Paul George over him because Paul George isn't as good of a scorer, but definitely a better defender.
Yeah.
The thing now with Mitchell is he is surrounded by defenders.
Yeah.
And that's something he didn't have in the Jazz.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot. He's going to be complimentary to this roster. Where
that was the big problem for Cleveland.
Well, he's coming back healthy. We talked about this in one of the first episodes of the podcast. So, like, I think that the potential for the Cavaliers this season is way higher than they could have ever been with Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
So, like, with this move, they could be, they could be in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think.
Yeah. And, I mean, the thing to keep in mind is, like, they're all still young.
Yeah.
Like, they're all going to be developing.
Is Donovan even 25 yet?
I think so.
So he's, like, right there around Luka's age, I think.
How old is Donovan Mitchell? I got it right here. He is... It doesn't say his age. I swear to you, ESPN doesn't say his age. It says everything else. So, but, yeah. I think he's the second best.
Yeah.
And then who's your number 2?
My number 2 is James Harden. I just think he's going to have a great year.
I would love to see it.
Finally getting back into shape. I think that if he's got to limit his turnovers, obviously, but like I think he's capable of like a 35 to 40% usage rate.
Donovan's 26, by the way.
26, okay. So, I mean, relatively close to what I thought.
Yeah.
I just think that the Sixers are one of, I don't know, man. They've been up and down pretty much for the last couple of years. They had a chance to make it to the finals several times. Still haven't been able to. And James has to be that piece, that missing piece that finally gets him over the edge.
Yeah.
He's had his struggles in the postseason. He looked horrible in the postseason last year.
He kind of always does.
That's the thing. Like it's the same thing with like the snake-bitten fucking Chargers. When the fuck is he going to get over it? You got to do it at some point. It can't just be that your legacy goes down as like one of the worst postseason superstars of all time.
Yeah.
It just doesn't seem like something that is going to be written in stone for him.
Yeah.
Because I think he's motivated. I think that with his team being as good as it is and knowing he knows that Joel Embiid is the best player, when he, whenever he like sits back and kind of like forfeits that and recognizes that that's the way this team needs to operate, then they have a better relationship. They actually start fucking looking pretty capable of some great shit.
Yeah.
And they're the only team in the East, I think, that rivals the Bucks. In terms of talent and, like, their superstars being equal. I think Joel's that good. I think he's a top 3-4 player.
Yeah.
So,
I think
probably not as good as Giannis, obviously, but...
No.
Like,
I think the Sixers are really good. I just think the Bucks are on a different level.
I do, too. I just think that if James is, 2018 James, then they're going to be fucking great. So,
And then we both agree. Number one's Book.
Yeah.
The dude is just an absolute superstar.
Kentucky player. Dude.
Hey, we got a Louisville player.
Yeah.
We got Donovan.
Yep. Didn't have a Scary Terry in there at all.
Yeah, he's not on that level.
Yeah.
He's good. Yeah. He's not that good.
Yeah. I just I think Devin Booker's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. I do too. Like and this is coming from someone who like his first 4 years in the NBA, I rooted against him. I literally was like, he's ass. I was like, it's a fluke year. And now it's just like, well, no, I'm just wrong.
No, he's been consistent.
Yeah. I just really didn't think
Talk about scoring title potential. I think he could possibly do it this year.
Yeah.
Chris has got to give him the ball a lot more, obviously. But
he just got to score.
Yeah.
He's just let that man score
every
point.
I love this list, I think that Anthony Edwards could be higher, obviously. But like I said, most of these guys, their floor isn't where they're listed for me right now.
Yeah.
I think that based on what Harden has been, I don't really think that it's an indictment of how well or how poorly he played last year.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the playoffs, which he's been doing for his entire career.
Yeah.
So. All right, moving on to small forwards.
My number 10, I got Star J. Barrett.
Star J. Barrett.
I mean, I just think this is going to be a much bigger year for him. It has to be.
Yeah.
Honestly, the way I look at it, I think that either him or Julius Randle, one of them two players have to step up and lead the team.
Yep.
And right now, it does look like it's going to be RJ. So I think RJ is going to take the step up here.
But Randle was so good a couple years ago, too.
Comeback player of the year? No, not comeback. It was a most improved player of the year.
Yeah, he had like 23 points a game. I think he was a double-double machine. Had like 11 and a half rebounds a game. So,
yeah,
like that's what he's got to be for the Knicks to have any chance, I think. And, I mean, they got Jalen Brunson, didn't they? I'm pretty sure that's where
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so like they've upgraded.
Yeah, they did get Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, so they've upgraded quite a bit.
They're just they're in a weird position. They're like third, I guess fourth best player now is Toppin, who like is off the bench and plays the exact same, like plays the role as Julius Randle. So you want them both in the court, but like the coach does. I don't know. They're in a weird spot.
It is really weird.
But I hope RJ can.
I don't think the Knicks have been very well managed or coached or anything
for sure
for a while, and this is probably the most excited Knicks fans could have been since like Carmelo.
I mean, it's not the most excited. They were trying so hard to get Donovan Mitchell. That would have been the most exciting.
I'm just saying, like, from a roster standpoint, this is the most exciting they could have been or could be right now, as opposed to a couple years ago. I have Tobias Harris at 10. I don't have Star J Bear on here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I do like RJ a lot.
I'd like RJ more.
He could work his way into this list. If you want to do like power rankings for the players, he could work his way in here. But I think Tobias is consistent enough as a scorer, and I think he's capable of higher point totals for a game. And I think he's just like that key role player that fits in a lineup. He's overpaid as fuck.
Yes, that's my problem. I think
he's not worth a contract, but he is like living up to what his role is. Yeah. They expected more of him, obviously, but
I do every time I see him.
It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, he pisses me off.
He is capable of being a way better scorer than he is. But who's your 9?
I have Mikal Bridges.
Mikal Bridges. I don't have him on my list either.
Man,
unfortunately.
Man, oh man. I just think I don't know, man. He just does so much, really, and kind of the sleeper. Like he doesn't he puts up decent scoring, but his defense and I don't know, he just fits the team. And I feel like he stepped up a lot whenever Ayton was having the. I don't blame Ayton. I actually think Ayton's really good. I just think that him and the coach are having their disagreements. He got benched.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I think Mikal really stepped it up, and I like seeing what he's been doing.
I like Mikal a lot. I have Michael Porter at 9. Michael Porter Jr. I think that he started out his career being injured quite a bit, and he's been more consistent recently. I think that he fits his team almost seamlessly. Yeah, kind of like how Mikal Bridges does. So I think that I don't know. They're interchangeable. These bottom guys, I guess you really could put those. I agree with your assessment of those guys, but I think Michael Porter's on a better team. I think he's capable of more.
I mean, when you have Joker distributing you the ball, you're going to be open.
The offense is going to be a lot better. He's going to be like a 16 to 19 points a game type scorer because he's going to start, obviously. So, with Jamal Murray coming back too, hopefully things look a lot better and they make it further into the playoffs because you got the MVP. You should look a lot better. And I've got Wiggins at 8.
Yeah, I was about to say. I think we agree because we both said that there was 7 players that we feel like are top 7.
Yeah.
And then Wiggins is 8.
Wiggins is right there.
And then Wiggins is right after. Yeah. It's 8. It's cool to see him.
He's fringe in that list. I mean, he is in the fringe of just extending that list.
But I wouldn't have thought that before last year.
Yeah, I mean, he was considered he was one of the worst contracts in the NBA.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a superstar.
Yeah.
And now, he's just playing his role so well. We said with the other guys, he was
so good in the playoffs.
That's the big thing.
Imagine this version of him being on Minnesota. They'd be.
He's not really doing.
He's not a superstar, but he's such a good role player.
It's cool to see though. I really like Wiggins.
Yeah, I like Wiggins a lot.
My number 7 is Chris Middleton.
Oh man,
I just think that. What's your 7?
Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Yeah. I just think
maybe I'm underappreciating him just because he didn't get to play a lot last year.
Look at what happened to the Bucks whenever he went out. It kind of just fell apart.
They went to Game 7 with Boston without him.
I know, but that's because he was out.
That's what I'm saying. I think they win Game 7 with Boston.
They win that series if he's there in 5 games.
Oh, nah. That's
I really do think that.
But
that for me is what that's why I have Middleton at 6. You probably have Jaylen Brown at 6.
I'm not. I have DeMar at 6.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I have Middleton at 6 because I just think he's more valuable than Jaylen.
Yeah, I get it.
I do. I don't know. I think he's a way better shooter overall. I think Jalen's a better defender.
Mm-hmm.
Probably post. I think he's a way better perimeter defender. I think Middleton's more capable of defending all the positions.
Yeah.
Just because he's a bigger player. But I like Chris Middleton.
I do too.
He's such a good complementary piece.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's playing the perfect role as well.
So you have DeRozan at 6.
I got DeRozan at 6, and honestly, for me, what put him at 6 rather than above the two guys that I have at 5 and 4 was just the playoffs.
Yeah.
He's the other two people.
He proved this through the year though that they can't beat a fucking. They couldn't beat a playoff team.
He's balling out, but then like the two people above him, they are not as good in the regular season, but I'd take them any day of the week in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and that's why they're above him for me.
So I have DeRozan at 5.
I have Jaylen Brown.
You have Jaylen Brown at 5. Okay.
I just think that what he did in the playoffs, whenever you saw Tatum start to struggle a little bit,
yeah, he
was taking over those games, and they were still winning.
Yeah.
That's why I was so big on whenever KD was up for trade. They offered him Jaylen Brown.
Oh, man.
And a couple other picks and stuff, obviously. But, like, that's who I was like, take that. Like, that's a...
Would the Nets look better without KD and having Jaylen Brown and, a future with those picks, though? I don't necessarily think so. But, if you could trade for KD, you kind of give up whatever the fuck you can.
Yeah.
But does it mesh well with, Jason Tatum and KD? I don't know.
I mean, KD's just KD. So, like, you have to...
Yeah, KD fits within any system, but, like, how does that affect Jason Tatum? That's how I was looking at it.
I think they'll be all right. I think they'll figure that shit out.
All right.
Yeah.
KD makes every team in the NBA better.
Of course.
I was thinking he should have went to the Lakers.
I mean, of course you did.
Because they fucking need him. He could have not went to the Warriors and went to the Cavaliers the year he went to the Warriors and really made a difference about his legacy. But fuck it.
My number 4 is the best player in the playoffs. It's Jimmy Butler.
I have Jimmy Butler at 4 too.
This man doesn't.
I wish he was number 1.
I mean, he does.
I wish I could say he's better than LeBron. I wish.
He does not give a shit.
I fucking love Jimmy Butler's my favorite player in the NBA.
He was a Bull, so I'll be loving him.
I fucking love Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. It was one of the saddest moments for me whenever we got rid of him. Because I was
awesome.
really hoping that, I don't know.
He's one of those players that won't end up winning a title that deserves it so much.
He's going to work his ass off for it, though.
I fucking love Jimmy Butler.
I think their team got worse, too, which really bothers me.
Sucks.
Yeah. I really wanted them.
I love Jimmy Butler. That's all I could say.
We might agree on these top 4. Number 3, I got Kawhi.
Kawhi, yeah.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
we are agreeing. So Kawhi Leonard we're betting on health. He could easily be the one here.
Not easily. I wouldn't say easily.
I mean, he took Toronto.
He makes the case for himself being number 1.
Okay, I guess that's fair.
But easily?
Yeah, fair.
Because the top 2 are like, all time of all times.
Yeah.
Kawhi is an all timer, but not fucking like top 20 players of all time.
Yeah. I just think that
who's your number 1 though? That's my thing.
If he is healthy, I'm picking them to win the championship. If you could tell me
Clippers?
If you could tell me right now that Kawhi will be healthy all year.
How do you feel about John Wall though? Is he even going to start?
No, as of right now he doesn't.
So Reggie Jackson's starting.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I don't need him. Like you don't need John Wall to come out there and be old John Wall. Just have him. No. Just have him play.
If he could score 15 points a game off the bench, and just not turn the ball over and play defense at all,
that's great. Like, that's amazing for him.
They have a lot of depth. They have had a lot of depth for a while.
Squad.
Yeah,
it's just their star.
I like Zubac. I don't even have him on my list. I don't think for top. Yeah, I don't. That sucks.
Number 2, I got KD. We agree. I told you.
Let's go.
So 2 is KD. He's just he's amazing. It's another thing.
Unicorn. Freak of nature.
Yeah.
One of the greatest of all time.
If he's on a team, they're better.
If he gets Kawhi and fucking Ben Simmons this year, I think he fucking is MVP discussion.
When he demanded a trade, the only teams that didn't put up a trade for him was the ones that couldn't afford him. Like the ones that literally didn't.
I will literally give you my kid.
Yeah, like they didn't.
I will trade you anything, please. Oh fuck, Kevin fucking Durant.
But number 1, we both agree, is
LeBron fucking James.
The dude is just unbelievable.
Dude, he's gonna be the all-time scorer.
Yeah.
In the regular season, he's gonna end up with top 5 in assists. Yeah. He's gonna be.
If he has another bad year, though, he's gonna piss me off.
Bad year. I mean, eventually
he didn't have a bad year. I'm talking about his team.
I mean, it's not his fault. You got
almost won
that.
the scoring title.
You notice we didn't have fucking Russell Westbrook in our top 10 point guards?
Come on,
I
man.
wonder why.
Don't be hating.
I fucking wonder why.
He's going to have a better year.
He
Not
needs
great.
to never play.
Come on.
Fuck Russell Westbrook.
Come on.
Did you see his preseason game?
Come on, man.
Oh, he's so bad.
Don't be hating.
He's so fucking bad.
LeBron's our number one.
LeBron James is he's Atlas carrying a fucking boulder, which is Russell Westbrook. That boulder's the earth. Like, that's the fucking mass he's carrying.
I heard Westbrook talk about how he doesn't even bring his family to the games. I'm not hating on Westbrook anymore.
I wouldn't bring my family to those games either because they're going to be like, what? Can you talk to him? Can you tell him to not be so bad? Fuck. Are you giving him what he needs?
For Westbrook.
He seems stressed out.
I love Westbrook, man.
I can't stand it. I mean, I can't stand his play. I think he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Top 75 player of all time. Can you fucking act like it? Please? Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Moving on. We got the power forwards.
LeBron fucking James.
I'm going to be real with you. It got a lot harder from here on.
Not necessarily.
I
I'd
think-
say the centers were way fucking harder.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. The fours were hard, and then
The
the
4 and the 5s were so
the
hard.
fives were almost impossible.
All right,
So,
who's your 10?
Julius Randle again.
Randall's that low?
Yes, he was ass last year.
Yeah, I agree. But
Like he was
Shit.
terrible.
I wonder where you have the guys that I have. I don't know if our lists are
No,
even
I think we're
remotely
gonna be-
correspondent.
No,
but
I think we're gonna be. I think our top three should be the exact same.
should be.
Should be same players at least,
Yeah.
and then
I don't think our order is going to be the same.
it's not gonna be the same. But all right, Julius Randle. I just think again, same as RJ. One of them are gonna have to step up. I think it's gonna be RJ, but I think Randle's gonna be better because of that.
What the fuck
Just
is
not,
up with
not the star?
what is up with these Kentucky guys?
They're good.
Draymond Green's my 10.
Draymond Green's my 9.
Oh,
So we're close.
he
we're
is
close.
such a fucking enigma. It makes no sense.
I'm also. I put
Please score more points or something.
Him, I also put
Triple
him in,
single. I can't believe that.
That's not true.
I
That's not
can't
true.
believe it.
I put him at 9 also because I don't know what team he's going to play for.
He may be my fucking number one after that hook or that jab he threw.
I mean, he might be on the Lakers, and then he's going to be like your number one.
That'd be lit.
He wants to be on the Lakers. I don't think he fits the Lakers.
Who do you trade for him though? Please send Westbrook.
is-
Please,
Westbrook is the only one they're trying to get rid of.
Jesus.
But Westbrook's not going
Christ.
to the.
Would-
They're not. He's not going to Golden State.
Imagine
It'd
Steph
have to be a
dealing
three.
with
It'd have to be a 3-man trade. So it'd probably have to be with the Pacers.
the Pacers.
Pacers. If there's a trade available and they can get rid of Miles Turner, they want to so
They don't
bad.
want to pay him at all. And Miles Turner's good.
He's the most spotty player.
Yeah, he slept on though. I think he's
He has great
way
games,
above
but
average for sure.
like I think he averages like 2 blocks a game, and I swear he'll have 0 for like 40 games, and then have like 6 a game for a week straight. Like
Jesus
it
Christ.
just doesn't make sense how good he'll play sometimes, and then just horrible for so long.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Who you have a 9?
Draymond, we already said.
Oh
this.
yeah, that's right. Aaron Gordon's my 9.
Okay, yeah.
I like Aaron
I
Gordon.
think he's aging, but I mean, boy, is he on a good roll.
he won that fucking dunk contest. That's all I gotta say. I'm with you, buddy.
I'm a Levine fan, so no.
I don't know, bud.
I think
He's ridiculous. He's such a good athlete.
I think if one of them wasn't a Bull, I would say that he won the dunk contest. But
Fuck it, just put him on the Bulls. I think they'd be better.
that'd be sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
give us all good players. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, but is Aaron Gordon an upgrade? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. Because who's the 4 there? Is it Markkinen?
It's
Is Markkinen even there?
no, it's Patrick Williams.
Okay, yeah, I think he's an upgrade. But my 8 is Mobley. I forget his first
Okay.
name. Is it Evan Mobley?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I didn't want to get it wrong.
My number 8 is Ben Simmons.
Okay.
I think we can run into a problem with him and Claxton on the court together. We already talked about this, but I think that's where I think that just they're not going to do shit if that's the case. But if Ben is going to play the 4, I think he's going to be good at it just because he's talented. He's going to get a bunch of assists from the 4.
Yeah.
He'll spread the floor as well.
I think that there is a conflict there just because of his style of play, that it could
Yeah.
really stop the movement that Katie and Kyrie really want.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie's not going to be – he can definitely size up and get himself, contested shots, but you don't always want that. You want, high percentage shots, which KD can make everything, Kyrie can make everything, but you want better opportunities, which I don't know if Ben's going to be able to do that, out the gate, but I think later in the year they should look a lot better. If he is playing. Hopefully he's playing.
He played in the preseason, so he's playing.
But for Mobley, I just think the defensive aspect of his game, and
it's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Like, he's not an offensive player.
Not at all. But he's so good as a post defender. Like, you really aren't going to be able to score many points down low against the Cavs. So, like,
as long as they're healthy, they're going to be defending.
Really good.
They're going to be defending the paint.
Yeah, they may be a top 5 defense all year.
I think they.
In efficiency.
I don't remember exactly where they were, but they were high. They were like, I think at least top 10.
Yeah, and that was before they got hurt.
Yeah.
So, moving on. I've got Randall at my 7. I love him.
I just think he's not good.
Another Kentucky
He was
guy.
barely a 10. Like, I really didn't think he should be 10. I just did it because I think he could be.
His down year was suspect.
He's had more down years than good years.
I mean, with the Lakers, he was pretty good, and then he went to the Knicks, and he caught the bag, and he had that one pretty good year 2 years ago, and it's been average since. But
yeah,
I'm
gonna go.
I think he's capable of a lot more than what he's shown.
Yeah,
that's why I have him here. But with Jalen Brunson, I think they look a lot better. Hopefully,
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
RJ Barrett another year. Hopefully,
Star
he's
J.
turning into a star level player.
Yeah, that's how you got the name. Number 7, Scotty Barnes.
Randall was my 7.
Yeah.
You're good. Scotty Barnes. Okay.
Scotty Barnes is my 7.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take a big step up. I think he's in a weird. He puts Pascal in a weird position.
Yeah.
Because he's so good.
Mm-hmm.
But he's 19, maybe 20 now.
I think that Toronto's
he
that
is just
fringe playoff team, though. I just don't think that
you want to talk about defensively. This guy is, he's good. Like I really like Scotty, and I don't know. I think we're going to see a big upgrade from him this year, and if he is as good as a lot of people are saying, and I think he will be, then Toronto's actually going to be a pretty scary year or scary team.
They barely made it into the playoffs last year, right? Were they the play-in?
I believe. I don't know if they were playing, but they were like. No, I think they.
Well, they had to have played the play-in. I don't know if they were like the teams that were like 9 and 10. One of the teams that were 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to find it real quick. Before we do, Evan Mobley is my 6.
Okay.
I just think that same as we talked about. I think that Donovan Mitchell is going to help him a lot.
Yeah.
And not like just by anything crazy, but just by the fact of like he's going to be able to not have to step out as much, even though I don't think he was anyway.
Yeah.
But I think that like that scoring, he's going to be able to score more because, they're going to have to focus on Mitchell. I think that he's going to do a lot better. Toronto was the 5 seed last year.
Right. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Way
no,
lower.
no. That's why they were the 5. They played Philly, lost 4-2.
Yeah, I don't think. I wouldn't put their roster up against the top 4 teams in the East right now. No. My 6 is Ben Simmons. I think he's
okay. I thought you said Ben's not gonna make the list. So
don't call me out like that. I was just fucking around. Expecting. Well, the thing is that
he's talented.
What he looked like in Philly before he got hurt, I think if he's that, then the Nets got a fucking, all NBA type player, especially defensively.
Defensive player of the year.
And I think he's capable of at least a double-double every night with his passing and his rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the points. He's so fucking.
He can put up 10
on a nightly basis.
He can put up 10. He can't shoot those 10. But he can lay up 10 points.
I want to see more jump shots from him. I just do. Like it's what? How many years has he been in the league? 7 or 6?
It's
something
not
like that
many, is it?
He got drafted in 2017 or 2018. So like 4 to 5 years right now. I promise.
It just doesn't feel right. Maybe he has. I mean, he hasn't played.
He's an older player. He's gotten a fucking contract.
2017.
So, yeah.
So he's only played 4 years. 17, 18, 19, and 20. Because he didn't play the 21 or 22.
Yeah. But he's a 5-year pro going into the 6th year.
Yeah.
Can you please shoot a jump shot? It is vital for spacing. He has to show at all that he's at all a threat for shooting. That has been the criticism the entire time he's been in the NBA. And it's valid enough. His highest fucking scoring out, he scored 40 points, 42 points in a game with Philly, and that was whenever Joel was out, and he was pretty efficient, but it was all dunks and all layups.
Yeah, that's what I like to see.
So,
I think he's good. I think he is being, I don't know. People are kind of shitting on him, but I get it why, but it's too much hate. He's damn good.
Yeah.
And people are forgetting.
Yeah, he definitely masks the criticisms that, people have for him.
Yeah.
So.
My number 5 is Zion.
Me too.
We might have our same top 5 then. I just
Maybe.
think there's going to be one difference. But, all right, number 5 is Zion. I mean, we're really projecting because, honestly, if he plays like he did when he played, he's higher than this.
Yeah, he could be. I don't think he could be top 1 or 2.
He might be, dude. That.
He's not better than Giannis. He will never be better than Giannis ever.
He's insane.
I really don't think he's ever capable of what Giannis is right now. Ever.
I don't know.
That's saying a lot.
That dude was
I mean, that's saying hey, Giannis, if he's as good as Giannis, then he's a fucking Hall of Famer. Which, I don't know yet. He's got to stay healthy.
Yeah, that's the big thing. You're betting on his health.
Yeah, I hope he stays healthy. I mean, the NBA is a better place for his. If he's healthy, it's just a better league to watch.
Yeah. He's averaging 27.
Yeah, he's so fucking good.
I mean, the dude is just insane.
No, he's one of the best players in the NBA.
He's averaging 27-7.
Yeah, he's really good. I hope he stays healthy. I don't want to. I don't want to. I just don't want to jinx it.
So your number 4 is? Cat?
Yep.
Same. I told you. You got this.
He's so good.
I love Cat playing the 4.
I do too.
He's an amazing 5, but what?
There's
it
not
seems
going to
like
be.
he was built for the 4.
Nobody's going to be scoring down low on this team. No.
And he's so versatile with scoring.
Yep.
That's what makes him so good.
Yep. He can stretch the floor. He can pass. He's got one of the best handles for a big man in the league.
He is going to go.
He's so fucking good. God. Who's your 3?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah,
is it
I have him there. Yep.
Oh, I thought you would have Davis at 2.
I wanted to put him at 2, but I mean,
this is the biggest bet on health.
Yeah, for sure.
If he's healthy, he's 3 or 2.
Yeah,
maybe even 1. He is that level.
Davis is that good.
Yeah,
I mean,
but he's just can't be healthy.
Can't keep it together. I mean, he already missed both the preseason games that the Lakers have played. So
he pisses me off.
Jesus fucking Christ, man! Come on.
Yeah,
it's every year with him that he misses at least 10 to 15. I mean, he missed a lot more last year, but on average, he's missing at least 10 to 15 games.
Yeah.
So
the dude is just I don't know. I'm optimistic that this will be the year that he's a little more healthy and he's able to.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully,
play
for the Lakers' sake.
For the Lakers' sake.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I wish he would just.
They're one of those teams that deserve more, but they can't get it because they can't stay healthy, and they have to worry about if Russell Westbrook's going to give the game away.
Also, he's one of the rare exceptions. He's a much better 5.
He just doesn't want to play.
He just does not want to be a 5.
It sucks.
But boy, is he much better at the center position.
I think so. He's a block machine.
He's still the best college player I've ever seen. Kentucky.
Yeah,
and
there's a couple. Back-to-back Kentucky guys.
I mean, here we go. We'll just round out the list.
Tatum and Giannis.
Tatum's 2. Giannis is 1 because there's no player in the NBA, in my personal opinion, better than Giannis.
Tatum is taking his steps into superstar status.
Yeah.
So
and it's crazy to put him at 2 on the power forward list because he's. I mean, like we said, he's really not a power forward. Yeah, he's going to play power forward this year,
big.
Apparently.
He's as big as Davis.
Yeah, he can play.
He's 6'11", has a really lengthy wingspan, plays defense as good as anybody in the NBA.
Absolutely monster.
His scoring has gotten a lot better.
Yep.
Turn into a leader, taking the leadership role on and force his way into the finals. He did have a couple games where he didn't play well, but he has the support around him to make up for anything that he lacks.
Their team actually got better, other than losing their head coach.
Yeah, that sucks so much. Fucking ass, dude. Anthony and I talked
I really
about
don't
that.
know what happened still, but and I don't think it's been confirmed yet, right? It's kind of just kind of rumors.
I like him more than Brad Stevens. So I don't know. I hope things get
That's
better
my
for
only
him.
concern with that team is I hope that drama doesn't affect.
Yeah, it
them.
kind of dissipates, and hopefully this interim coach can do some work with this roster.
Yeah.
He should be able to. I don't know how he wouldn't. But Giannis, number one, best player in the league, I think.
Yeah.
Healthy, fully healthy, he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah. There's a reason that if you're when they asked all the GMs who, if you could have any player to start a team with, a franchise with, who do you pick? It's either Giannis or Luka.
He's come such a long way.
Favorites to win the MVP? Giannis or Luka. They are them guys.
Giannis has come such a long way. It's because the thing is he's not necessarily the face of the NBA right now. Just because, honestly, who would you say has it right now?
The face?
The face of the NBA.
Probably
Steph
or LeBron would be the two.
Yeah, because LeBron's still great.
Yeah,
he hasn't won because the Lakers are so bad. But Giannis is getting in. I don't know, best player in the NBA. I think
so too. And as long as that team, not by himself, but without the second best player on the team, he took the team that was in the championship to Game 7.
Yep,
he is that good.
Yep. And didn't he have a couple of 40, 50-point games in that series?
I think so.
Yeah,
because he
was so
unbelievable,
good. And he was injured.
Yeah,
so he was playing injured without his number 2 guy.
Doesn't make sense.
And he's looking like the MVP of the playoffs.
Yeah, and not for good reasons. We're going to move on to the hardest one to make.
Not for good reasons. I don't like anybody past 5, I think. I don't like. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't think that there's any reason we should even talk about them.
I won't go that far. There are some good centers. It was really hard for me because I kind of projected a lot on this one.
Yeah. Who's your 10?
Sabonis.
Oh man, what? Our list is gonna look so different.
Why is he higher on yours?
No, I have Horford.
I did not. Al Horford did not make my list.
Sabonis didn't even make my list,
which is fair.
Yeah.
Al Horford wouldn't make my list because I would put his backup over him.
Oh my god!
Defensively, he's so much better, and Horford had some games, but he ain't.
Horford's clutch.
Come on.
He looked good in the playoffs. He won them a couple of games.
Yeah, but
especially against the Bucks. He was. In Game 7, he looked fucking great. So I don't know. I just think he's at this age really valuable coming from the Sixers. I don't know why that situation ended the way it did, but he looks a lot better with the Sixers or the Celtics right now. So
yeah, and for Sabonis, I think the big upside for him, and the reason I ended up putting him as my 10 spot is they are pushing for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to push for a deep playoff run. They're just pushing to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So if
that would be
it'd be insane. So if they don't, you're going to see that entire team get restructured, and Sabonis could be on the move, and you could see him end up at a pretty cool spot that he have an even better year. So
watch him end up on the Suns or something.
Something
like that. Yeah. I have Siakam at 9.
That's crazy.
I have him real low.
That's very low.
Yeah.
I think Siakam is phenomenal. So why is he so low for you?
Because I like the guys and the teams that the guys are on above him. I just do.
That's fair, I guess.
I just don't think that Siakam's making the Raptors look any better than last year, and they were already kind of mid. So,
5th seed.
We are talking about projection. I do like.
Seed,
I think
he's their best player.
In terms of talent,
he's the best.
I think he can be as high as 5 on this list. I think.
Okay. All right.
Do you agree, or
we'll see. He's on my list. He's higher. He's higher than fucking 9.
I like him a lot. I just don't. I don't think the Raptors are gonna be great.
Apparently, you fucking hate him.
He's in the top 10.
I got DeAndre Ayton
at 9.
At 9.
Okay.
You got him higher.
I have Ayton way higher than that.
I just think that he's. Yeah, I think he's good. I think he's talent. I'm betting on talent here.
Yeah.
This feels like betting on Kyle Pitts. He's talented. He could be that guy. We've all seen it. Yeah. But you're only as good as much as you get.
As a kind of star player for that team.
Yeah, I just don't think that. I think that if they don't find success early using him a lot, they're going to move away from him pretty quick.
Yeah,
is what they've shown, and because of that,
it just sucks.
He ain't.
That situation sucks because he got dominated in the finals, and then ever since then it was like, oh yeah, Ayton's not nearly as good as people think he is, and he really is good. He's good.
He's extremely talented.
He's like the third best player on that team.
I would have loved to see him on Indiana.
Yeah.
Since they were the ones that offered him the max contract.
True. And I mean, I don't think Indiana wants to keep Miles Turner long term, so
they don't.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Just send him to the Suns. Let it fucking happen.
Yeah.
I've got Brook Lopez at 8. He's on he's on the best team in the NBA. So
yeah. It helps.
I think that he is at this age still fucking consistent.
Splash Mountain.
Remember when he was the best player on the Nets for like a decade?
That was pretty cool.
And now he's on the Bucks and he's a title. Like
he's the
he's a champion.
Best,
he's easily the 5th best player on their team, like on their starting lineup.
Yeah.
But I love Brook Lopez. He's so fucking good. He's a great 3-point shooter too. It's just how does he do it?
This one hurt. Because I think this guy is just phenomenal. I've been projecting him to be higher, but I think the development of Evan Mobley will hurt Jared Allen.
Yeah.
I have Jared Allen at 8, not in a bad way. I think their team will be better.
Yeah.
I think
he's not going to get the opportunities
but he just won't shine as the best center.
Yeah.
He'll be
he's going to lock down defensively. I think he's still going to be a great post defender.
He's going to defend the post. He is going to rebound his ass off.
Yeah.
And he's going to put up some
watch him be a candidate for like league leader in rebounds or something. I don't think he'll be necessarily a great offensive player, but that's not his role, I guess.
And then my number 7 is him, but better. I got Gobert.
Okay.
And
I don't have Gobert that low.
Yeah, which is fair. I just think I'm putting him low because he's going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
He is going to just be a defensive player here. He is going to sit and just play the defense. I don't think he's going to need to score at all. I think him scoring takes the ball
that's
out
not
of
necessary
scorer's hands.
for the Timberwolves, I don't think. I think that they've got their scores. They know who their scores are.
Yeah.
Which is clearly like Anthony Edwards and Cat. Those are like the two guys. They're going to average 125. Yeah, D'Angelo whenever he's on one.
Yeah. He's feeling like it.
I have Porzingis at 7.
Okay.
I'd say he's kind of low because just his skill set's so fucking wild.
I just don't.
His health.
I'm just
really
not
just
bet
his
on
health. He's just got to stay healthy.
He's became more spotty.
Yeah.
As well, like he just he'll disappear.
He played his way out of Dallas, I think, with just how inconsistent he's been. But I still think at his best, he's still like one of the best big men in the league.
Yeah.
So, moving on, I have Jared Allen at 6.
I love that. The higher you got Jared Allen, the happier I am. Whenever the Nets trade happened with Jared Allen, I was the one saying like, Cavs stole him. Cavs stole that trade, and it looks like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Nets are damn good. So exactly. It worked out for both teams.
Yeah. And, I mean, I think Ben at the 5, you don't really necessarily drop off too much. I actually don't think you drop off at all. I think Ben's a better player. But
Ben's a better player. I just don't think he's a better center.
Yeah, overall, he's a better player.
Yeah.
I think
for sure.
He provides more for the Nets than Jared
absolutely.
did. So.
Yeah.
Who you got at 6?
My number 6 is Nikola Vucevic.
Okay.
Vucevic, yes.
Who's he play for? Bulls?
Bulls.
Yeah, I like him.
I do too.
I don't have him on my list, but
little double.
If I had to put him on, I'd take Horford off. He'd be at 10, probably.
This man don't play defense.
Not at all.
I mean, none.
He didn't with Orlando. He's never played defense.
This guy is allergic to defense. He stays as far away from it as you can.
I'm glad he's on a team that can contend.
That don't give a shit about defense.
That also don't give a shit about defense.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We're reasonably contend within their conference as well.
What I tell you, I told you whenever I was watching the Lions, they're playing my favorite type of ball. All offense, no defense.
We're going to score 130 points
every game,
but every team's going to score their season high against us. That's how it goes. We're going to have a negative point differential because we shot 28% from the 3.
Yeah,
fucking love it. I love the Bulls.
I do too.
Awesome. I have DeAndre Ayton at 5.
Just talent alone.
I just think he's so fucking good, and I think he's taking a lot of shit. And he deserves to go wherever he needs to go. I wish he would just stay with the Suns because I feel like he's like a catalyst for their team because he was part of the reason why they made it to the finals 2 years ago. But to me, it's just the situation's kind of gone sour. Just move on, and hopefully you can continue to have success with the team you move to. He's definitely going to be an upgrade over a couple guys in the East at least. So, like, if he can end on another Eastern Conference team, then for sure. I like that. But, well, not an Eastern. He plays in the West. But I'm just saying, like, given where he could end up, like, the Pacers, I think that was, like, the one team that that was going to end up trading for him. Like, if he ended up there, I feel like he's still capable of being considered a top center on that team. So,
yeah, for sure.
Just based off his talent alone.
Yeah. I am taking a former Bull here with Nurkic.
Yeah.
Nurkic, yes. I think adding Grant helps him so much.
Yeah.
If, yeah, man, like, he's so good. Having another big man to help him down there, and if Dame's healthy, I'm expecting a big year from this guy. That's why I have him so high, is I just think that the little additions that they've added don't put him as, like, superstar level, but it's going to help him a ton. And he's going to...
I feel bad not having him on the list because
he's going to kind of have to be the second option.
I mean, yeah.
So...
Who else does Dame have?
He had CJ. And then
gone.
he's gone. So, like, you have him now. So, he's kind of your second option.
Did they... I mean, they were in the lottery for the draft. Who did they
Mm-hmm.
get? I mean, I don't know any of the rookies, really. But I'm hoping they... I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think... They're not starting.
Damn.
Yeah. But, yeah, they'll...
Damn.
I think they'll be all right. But I think he's going to have a big year.
All right. Who's your forward?
Pascal
Siakam.
Pascal Siakam is that guy. He is so good.
I like
He
him
is
a
the
lot.
reason that...
You kind of sold me on the idea of, like,
Yeah.
his backup being better than him, and that kind of soured me on this
Scotty.
list as well.
It's, well, yeah. Scotty
Barnes
is...
good as fuck.
Yeah.
He's good
The big
as fuck.
difference is Scotty's, so young.
Yeah.
So he has so much more room to grow versus, Pascal has a couple years under his belt. We've seen what he can do. Last year, Pascal, who was playing mostly the 4, I think last year he was playing mostly the 5. I think that's when he made the transition. But he was playing, he put up 22.8 and 8.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists.
Yeah.
Like, that's good numbers.
Yeah,
especially as a center, that's
he's
fucking
got great
crazy.
production. I like Pascal a lot.
Yeah.
My 4 is Bam Adebayo. I think you probably have him way higher.
Oh, I was trying to think of who you have that's jumped up. I mean, not way higher. Bam's my 3.
Oh, okay. I love Bam.
Yeah.
He's so fucking good.
I think he is the 3rd best center, mostly because of he can move away from the center.
Yeah,
and guard those other positions.
Definitely he's versatile as an undersized center.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they kind of add some versatility to the lineup.
His defense just everywhere is what helps me think that he's so good.
He's also kind of like he's Flint to their offense, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He could definitely get it cooking pretty quick. I have Gobert at 3.
Yeah, that's what
I just think his defensive presence and his capability to score makes Minnesota so much better
Bam
this year.
did go to Kentucky. I thought he did.
Yeah, he did. I don't know, man. I just think Gobert, with Minnesota's roster, I think giving up the assets was warranted to an extent. I think it was a little bit overpriced.
Yeah.
But because he's been, how many times has he won the Defensive Player of the Year?
All of them.
Like, past 5 years, he's won 4 of them or some shit.
All of them. He just
so,
wins
like,
them all.
adding that component to your team when Cat is more reliant on, or the team is more reliant on Cat as a scorer, you're not getting as much of an effort from him down low. So that's why they brought Rudy Gobert in.
Yeah. The next 2 piss me off. There's no reason you have it the way you do.
There is every reason I have it the way I do. Because the guy I have at number 1 should have won the MVP.
All right, so I'm going to break down the... All right, so go ahead.
So I have Jokic at 2.
Back-to-back MVP at 2.
Yep.
And who's your number 1?
Joel Embiid.
I have Joel Embiid at 2. Joker at 1.
You can't tell me
I'm going to go
this
through the stats.
motherfucker.
I'm going to go through the stats. I pulled up a side-by-side comparison because I was ready.
NBA scoring title. What were they? What seed were they? They were what 4 or 3? They were the 3rd seed in the East. What were the Nuggets? They were like 5 or 6.
Come on, we're comparing an injury
Don't
destroyed team. Okay, all right. We're just gonna pull up a couple things. For field goals made, who do you think has more?
I think I'd say Jokic probably.
764 to 666.
Okay.
How field goals attempted?
Embiid.
Embiid has 1,334. Field goals attempted for Joker. 1,000.
Are you talking about total, or was that for the year? That's a lot of fucking shot. Oh, I mean, it's over 80 games, so.
Yeah.
Who played more games?
It has minutes on here.
It's minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What was the total minutes?
Minutes is 2,476 for Joker, 2,297 for Embiid. So pretty close.
And he has more shots.
Yeah, he's taking more shots.
I think Jokic is definitely more of a facilitator.
He's more efficient.
He is more efficient.
Field goal percentage. Who you got?
Field goal percentage?
Yeah.
Jokic.
He's 58% versus 49%.
Okay. That's fine.
3-pointers made.
3-pointers made?
Yeah.
Joel Embiid. No way!
Joker has 97. Embiid has 93. 3-pointers attempt.
Embiid.
No, it's actually Joker.
Really?
I actually wouldn't have guessed this one. 288.
So he
for 251. 3-point percentage.
Embiid has a better percentage.
Embiid does have a better percentage at 37 versus 33.
Yeah.
33 free throws.
Embiid has a better percentage.
Free throws made.
Yeah, Embiid.
He
was one of the most fouled players in the NBA.
379 for Joker. 600.
Yeah. Embiid gets fucking. That's probably why he led the league in scoring.
Free throws attempted.
It's Embiid
He
for
has
sure.
803 attempts. Joker only has 468 attempts.
Yeah, Embiid got fucking hacked.
Free throw percentage is
They're close.
this close.
I'd say
81.
probably Jokic.
Hey, it's .810 to .814 for Embiid. Embiid has .004 better.
Oh my god. What
That's
were they
close.
like 87% or something like that?
81s.
81s. Okay.
Yeah, they're both 81%.
Yeah, they're down because Embiid's a great free throw shooter for
Offensive rebounds.
Jokic.
206 to 146. Joker.
Oh my god.
Rebounds total.
I don't care. I'm just kidding.
1,018 for Joker. 795 for Embiid.
God damn. Fuck you, Jokic.
Assist.
Stupid bitch.
Assist. It's easy.
It's easy.
584 to 284.
I mean,
300 more assists. Turnovers?
Embiid. Is it Embiid?
280 for Joker. 214 for Embiid.
Okay, so it is Jokic.
Steals?
Is it Jokic?
I would have had no idea.
I don't know.
108 for Joker, 77 for Embiid.
Yeah.
Blocks? I would have been able to guess this one.
Joel,
99 to his 64.
Yeah.
And points total?
it's Embiid.
It's Embiid. 2004 for...
Because he was, 32 points a game, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
2004 points for Joker. 2079. That's not that much more for Embiid. I don't see how you say what you say.
I just love...
I mean, I like him
I'm
more.
a Sixers guy.
I like him more.
I love Embiid.
The assists.
And the fact that they were a higher seed, and I'd probably say the conference is deeper in the East right now. In terms of like parity is more, it's deeper in the East rather than like in the
Top
West.
heavy.
The West is so top heavy.
Yeah.
They've got like 3 teams that are considered like favorites for the
He
West.
is nearly as good of a scorer.
Nearly? He's better than Jokic as a scorer, I think.
He is, but it's close. It's not like a mile ahead. Assist is much better. Joker.
But we're also talking about projections.
Steals.
I think that Embiid is capable of way more this year.
He should win the MVP this year.
He should.
He's been the runner-up twice.
I wouldn't bet on him winning the MVP.
It won't go to Joker.
I don't know. I mean,
They have voter fatigue is so real.
What if they're the number 1 seed and he has 34 points a game and has better efficiency numbers than he did
If
last
I'm not
year?
mistaken, he had a worse year last year.
I know. From the year previous.
Yeah, he's cracked.
And the thing is that Giannis should have won it that year, I think.
That one I was more.
Because he was Defensive Player of the Year
Yeah.
and fucking dominated in the playoffs.
Yeah, I get why. Embiid's that guy. He's a 2-time runner-up is so stupid. I think they're going to give it to him because
He's
they
been
were like...
second place his entire career at this point. The fact that Kawhi hit that shot in the Eastern Conference Final was like... That is so deadly.
That shot, man.
It's deadly to your fucking confidence. God, I love you, Embiid. Please. Take this team to a title. You were fucking able to, bro.
You ready for last call?
Sure am. Let's do it.
Let's kick it off with you. What is your last call this week?
I forgot. Didn't I tell you what it was?
It's Thursday night games.
Yeah, Thursday night games.
You wanted to talk about how Thursday night games suck.
We're batting 500 on these.
Yeah.
Because we got week 1 was the Rams and the Bills, which it looks
the big
like
difference. That one's not Amazon.
It wasn't Amazon. It was what was it? NBC.
That was something like that. Because the first Amazon one was week 2.
There was 2. Wasn't there? No, it was 2 Monday night games week 2.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that there's been 2 games that we could say were reasonable and not piles of dog shit.
So we got
and unworthy of
2.
anybody's consumption.
Week 2, very first game.
Yep.
Chargers at the Chiefs, 24-27. That was a great game.
Love it. I mean, it's not about the broadcast. The broadcast, it doesn't matter who's broadcasting NFL football on Thursday. I'm talking about the play. We're batting 500. The past 2 weeks for Thursday night football
week 3
have been so fucking bad.
Week 3 was a snoozer.
Terrible.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say it's a snoozer because we got one of them. Pittsburgh 17 at Cleveland 29. Not great. Not a great.
You're not hitting crazy ratings with that game.
But week 4 was Miami at Cincy 15-27. It's definitely the most memorable play of the NFL season. Not for great reasons, but it was.
Oh my god! Can we just skip week 5?
And then
it's the worst game I've watched in fucking at least 8 years.
And then week 5 was the worst football game.
It's been so fucking.
So let's look ahead. Week 6 is Washington Commanders at the Chicago Bears.
I know you're
Isn't
probably.
that great?
Are you gonna watch it?
Absolutely. I watch all the Thursday night games because those are the easiest games for me to watch. Sunday is kind of like one of those things where there's so many games, it's hard for me to pick the one I need to watch.
I'm not gonna watch that. I mean,
I watch all the Mondays. I watch all the Thursday games.
Yeah,
unless they're just fucking terrible, where I turn them off.
Yeah, you had to turn this game. I mean, I didn't turn this game off. I watched it while I was at work. It was so.
But come
bad.
on, week 7's. You're gonna hate it, but it's not a bad game. New Orleans at Arizona. It should be fun. You should see some cool moments. See some shootouts. Players should be healthy.
Shootouts.
Week
the Saints
7.
are bad.
Week 7. That means D-Hop's back, doesn't it? He's
suspended
6
games.
He is back. This is a great game.
Oh, yeah, the Cardinals are going to win by 30.
That's great. I love seeing that.
Honestly, I don't know if people are talking about. I mean, they have been in the national media. The Eagles have the Saints' first-round pick. They better lose that game.
That's sick. Yeah,
Let's go, Kyler.
You should be the biggest.
That's the only interest I have in the fact that the Saints are on a slate at all.
So you're going to be big on this one. And the next, you'll be big on a couple of these. Week 8, we got Baltimore at Tampa Bay.
Okay, that's a good game.
That's a hell of a game.
I hope it's played well.
Especially week 8.
Yeah. I hope it's played well.
You're going to love week 9, though.
Who is it?
It's Philly.
Philly who? Are they on
Does
the road?
Does it matter?
I mean, I want it to be a good game. I don't want us to win every game by,
It's at Houston. So, no, it's not a good game.
My God! Fuck!
I thought it'd be fun.
God damn it. Houston's going to be they won't have a single win.
I'm trying to sell these.
I wonder if that's on when do we play in week 8? Okay, so that's the week 8 matchup. Wait, what?
It's week 9.
What game do we play in week 8? We as in Philly. And what time?
Hold on. I'm pulling up Philly.
Because I hope it's not Sunday night and then we go, into Thursday night football game.
That's best case scenario for Tampa. Or to be playing the Texans.
I can't stand Houston. I think they're terrible.
Yeah. It's
the fact that they haven't won a game. Man.
I do not know. I am not easily able to pull it up. But
it's fine.
It is what it is.
It's not going to be a good game.
I'm trying to sell these games. I don't think I can sell.
Okay, so week 7 is the only one that I like so far of the ones.
Week 8.
No, I don't. I'm a fan of the team.
That's
in the
week
game.
9. Week 9 is that one. Sorry, I don't know how to read this. Week 8 is Baltimore.
Yep, that's a good one.
Week 10 is Atlanta at Carolina. I can't sell this game. I can't, man. This one's gonna suck ass.
I mean, Sam Darnold should be playing by then.
Baker will be playing.
No, they'll bring Cam back again.
That'd be sick.
He'll be back.
Hey, that'd be fun.
He'll be back again.
Why not? What do you have to lose? More football games? You're going to do anyway.
Go get Andrew Luck. Pay him 250
half a
million.
bill.
Yeah,
Give him
half a bill. 10
Give him
years,
half a
half a bill.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Give him
No, they'll bring Josh McCown or some fucking scrub back.
I can sell this one.
Okay.
This is week 11. We've saw that these teams are starting to pick it up. They're not. They were real rough starts, but they're picking it up.
Okay.
You're seeing it progress. This is week 11. We're on Tennessee Titans at Green Bay. Do I think it's going to be a shootout? Do I think it's going to be phenomenal? No,
Why
but this
is
is going to be
Green Bay's
a
got
solid
2
little
Thursday.
squad.
I don't know, man.
Am I wrong? It's not a bad game.
I don't like the Titans at all.
They shouldn't be.
They're
They're not going to be terrible.
I think Green Bay wins that game by at least 10. So we'll see. I don't know.
Week 13 is Buffalo at New England.
Oh
If
my
Bailey-
God!
If Bailey Zappi's playing, they could.
So the last 3 games you've said have one team that's very easily going to win.
Assumably, we don't know. It's the end of the year, so it really could be anything at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shit could be crazy.
I don't like that game either.
I love this week.
Bad teams shouldn't be allowed to play on Thursday night.
Week 14, it's the Raiders, who look like they're picking it up, at the Rams, who have to pick it up. That's going to be a good game.
I think the Rams are way less interesting than last year. I do like the Raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that about a lot of...
Who ends up with a better record, the Rams or the Raiders by the end of the season?
I mean, Raiders had a real rough start.
But they have two wins now, so... Don't they?
They have one. Raiders only have their... Raiders were going to go 0-4. They just got their first
They
win.
play Kansas City this week.
They're
Motherfucker.
Yeah, they're going to be 1-5.
God
1-4.
damn.
I don't
That
know how to
sucks. Fuck.
All right, so then we got... This actually could be a good game. If you would have shown me this one, I'd have been like, ass, terrible game, horrible. It actually could be great. We got San Fran and Seattle.
Okay.
That could be a good game.
Okay. Okay.
I don't think it's like the best
I'm
game
not
of the week.
interested in it.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
This is my Super Bowl.
Your Super Bowl. Is it Chicago?
It's not.
Stop.
It's Jacksonville at the Jets. Jets got to win
You
this
can't
game.
sell me on that, though.
What do you mean?
They're so bad.
The Jets are sick with it. And then week 17 is Dallas at Tennessee. I knew I wasn't selling you on that.
I'm actually going to that game, so thank God. Thank God. Praise Jesus.
I mean, that one seems...
I love going
like
to games
these.
I don't want to watch. It's fun. I mean, it's in Tennessee, so
Look,
we're
I'm-
right down the street from it.
I'm excited for week 6. I'm excited for the Washington-Chicago game.
Yeah.
I think it's the battle of two bad teams that are going to shoot out. That's why I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
If it's a snooze fest and it's a low-scoring game like the last one, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a lot of just bombs and just a lot of fun.
Right.
New Orleans at Arizona, I kind of feel the same way. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think the Saints are way better than they're playing because they've been injured and they can't fucking run the ball, but they need to start running the ball better.
Yeah, so then we got Baltimore, Tampa, pretty good. I would love to see Philly just beat the shit out of Houston. That seems fun to me.
It's happening.
Week 10, I might not even watch. Atlanta, Carolina's not going to happen. That's
It is a division matchup. I don't know if you give a fuck, but if
Hopefully
Atlanta gets Cordero back by then, and
if Carolina doesn't look like as bad as they have, this game could be good.
yeah,
But we got to see.
Yeah.
Tennessee at Green Bay, I'll watch it. Won't love it.
I agree.
But I actually do think it's a good game.
I think that may be like one of the games that has like 400 rushing yards total.
Love seeing Buffalo on a Thursday night game. Don't care who they're beating the shit out of. Just
It's
like
New
seeing
England. I love a big New England fucking L.
it. Yeah, me too.
I think Anthony had that as his only the only loss for the Bills.
He's crazy.
Doesn't make
He's
any
a
sense.
wild man.
Oh yeah, the Patriots are beating
He
the
is.
Bills at all.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Vegas at LA. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully they both got their shit together by then.
I think that those teams are way more interesting than most of the other ones.
San Fran and Seattle. I actually really love this game. I think this is gonna be a high stakes game.
Yeah.
I think they're both gonna be battling it out for.
Yeah, because every team in that division has 2 wins so far.
Yeah, so I think this is gonna be close.
Yeah.
And so that should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville Jets. I mean, these are two teams that we thought were gonna be bad that are both okay.
Don't say the Jets. Have,
That's why I said
they
okay.
haven't proven shit. Hopefully they win this week.
Hey, they're dogs. And then Dallas, Tennessee is what it is. But because of a Thursday night game, my big question is, in my last call, who would you rather have? Russell Wilson or Geno Smith?
Oh.
Geno's the better quarterback.
Right now he is. He's definitely playing better. I don't think that.
Whose contract would you rather have when you're a team?
Oh, fucking give me Geno's right now, just because then you can move off of it. But my God,
I'd rather
the
pay.
Broncos are stuck.
If I would have seen for these first games, I'd have offered Geno.
We're also talking
Russell's
about 4
contract.
games into a 18 week fucking season. So we're a quarter of the way in, and
I'm gonna bring up a couple things real quick before we go out of here.
Okay.
We got attempts. Who do you think has thrown the ball more?
Russell.
Geno by 1.
Really?
132 to 131. It's not.
I think they're
crazy.
both balanced offenses.
Who has more completions?
Geno.
Geno has 102 completions. Russell only has 80.
Oh my God. What's the completion percentage?
Russ has 61.
Oh my God. That's the lowest of his career.
Geno's 77.
You know he's like top 5 in passer rating all time?
Geno's 77.
No fucking way.
Yards.
Jesus.
Who you got?
Oh man, it's Geno for sure. He's just got better.
980 for Russell. 1,037 for Geno.
We're comparing Cortland Sutton to DK Metcalf essentially.
No,
it's
we're not.
not even fucking close. It's not close.
No, we're not. We're comparing a washed.
Tyler Lockett's better than every receiver on the Broncos.
We're comparing a washed quarterback,
a washed quarterback
poser,
to a guy that won't be a starter next year.
to a guy who just won't write back. And touchdowns.
Okay.
You already know.
Yeah, it's
4 for Russ, 6 for Geno.
Oh yeah.
Interceptions though, we gotta give it to Russ. He's got 1. Geno's got 2.
No. Russ threw 2 in that
Oh
game.
my God!
He
So
has
this isn't
3.
updated.
It's not
This isn't
updated. No fucking
He's got
way.
more picks too.
Oh my
He's losing in
God.
everything.
He's losing in everything.
He literally can't win. I can't even give him a win. Sacked.
Jesus.
Russ has been sacked 12 times. Geno's only been 6.
He's going to get sacked a lot more. Garrett Bowles went down with a season-ending injury in that game. Like the game that didn't matter because they were fucking trash, both teams.
Now there's no way.
Ain't no way.
You know who's leading rushing?
Ain't no fucking way.
More attempts. Who do you got?
I'd probably say Geno. He's been around the ball more.
He's got 17.
Oh my God.
Russ has only got 13. How many yards?
I think Geno's probably got over 150.
He has 64.
60.
But,
okay, I thought he was okay.
But Russ only has 51.
Okay.
The longest. Who do you think has longer?
The longest run?
The longest run out of these two.
Russ just had an 18-yard rush in that.
Well, this isn't updated. So Russ has 13 on here.
Yeah.
Geno's got 17. He's winning still.
Okay, so
And
Russ, as of now, is leading in the longest, I guess. It doesn't matter.
They both got a touchdown.
They both have a rushing touchdown?
Both have 1 rushing touchdown. Yeah, I'm all Geno.
Russell Wilson.
I'm Team Geno.
Given the contract, you would take Geno Smith over Russell Wilson right now.
On the
100
Bears?
out of 100
On the
out of
Bears,
100 times.
yes.
Yes.
If the Bears say which quarterback do you want, Russell Wilson or Geno? This is gonna age so fucking poorly.
Yeah.
If
Watch him
Russ
turn it
starts
around
falling
and
out.
Russell Wilson ends up being an MVP candidate or some dumb shit.
It ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen. No. Geno's probably gonna MVP. MVP for Geno.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna turn this around. Make it have a positive outlook. The Eagles did not trade for Russell Wilson.
I did have a positive outlook. Geno's that guy.
You're trying to sell me Geno Smith.
Yeah. It shouldn't be hard. He's a dog.
No. Juxtaposed to Russell Wilson, yeah. But put Geno Smith up against anybody else. Jimmy Garoppolo, I'll probably take Geno right now. Baker, Jameis.
All right, we'll do one.
Mariota.
Because we actually are good on time. Best QBs in the NFL.
Oh, the quarterback power index from NFL. We could do that.
Yeah. Do you have it?
I can look it up.
Yeah, because I found the sporting.
I am not
news.
opening another tab in your fucking phone. You have 30 tabs open.
Leave it alone. Don't worry about it.
power index. Power rankings NFL. NFL QB index, NFL.com. Week 2, Josh Allen claims the number 1 spot, but Patrick Mahomes is hot on his heels.
Oh, I got it. All right, I'm in too.
Okay.
Number 1, Josh Allen. I do not take Geno Smith over.
Is this the topic we're going with?
It's my last call.
Which one of these quarterbacks would you take over Geno Smith?
Number 2.
He is complete, bro. Wait, no, this is from fucking week 1. What the hell? Yeah, I need to go back. This is just from week 1. Let's
Really?
see. What do you?
No, I'm on week 2. I want to be.
Yeah,
week 5.
go to the CBS.
Yeah,
Sports.
I'm on week 5.
CBS.
All right, Mahomes is 1. I obviously take him over Geno. Josh Allen is 2. I obviously take him over Geno.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson.
Wait, what? We don't have the same list then.
This is week 5.
Fuck.
All right, you just leave this to me.
Okay.
Jalen is 4.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I think that's fair.
I would take Jalen over.
I'll tell you when I won't, because we're gonna have a lot more yeses. Like that, I would take them over Geno. Yeah. Justin Herbert is at 5.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is 6.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Burrow's 8.
Okay.
Geno's 9.
No, he is not. No, he is not.
Geno's the 9th best quarterback in the league right now.
8. I mean, that's 77% completion percentage. That's what's really selling Geno Smith as a
Number 10 is Kyler Murray.
Stop.
11 is Jared Goff. 12 is Tannehill.
Jared Goff is a wait. What? What number was he? I'm sorry.
11.
What the fuck?
He's balling though.
He's looking better than Matt Stafford, for sure.
Jared Goff has 4 games, 60.9%, 1,126 yards, 11 passing touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 16 rushing yards. At first, I thought this was 16 rushing touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
This guy's
no wonder they're scoring 50 points a game. Fuck.
Oh my god. So what have I been doing?
I would take Jared Goff over Geno.
I would too.
Term.
I would too, and I wouldn't have. I honestly might not have said that at the beginning of the year because I was really down.
I'd take Kyler over Geno.
Of course, come on. Ryan Tannehill.
No,
Geno.
No, I'd take Geno. Give me Geno.
Stafford. This year, I'm taking
Geno. Yeah, give him the.
Russell Wilson. You already know.
Why the fuck is he that high?
He's 14. Kirk Cousins is 15.
No, Kirk has been playing better than fucking Russell for sure.
Cooper Rush is 16.
Cooper Rush has played better than Russ.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is 17. Jimmy G is 18. Yeah, that's about where
Can we do who we would take over Russell Wilson right now?
Everyone that
everybody you've named. Pretty
Derek
much
Carr 19.
I would take him over.
Jacoby Brissett at 20.
No. I'd still take Russ.
I would take Russ because I would like to tank and get a better
Jacoby you can't. Jacoby you don't have to pay. You're going to have to pay this $45 million a year.
Jacoby Brissett will steal some wins.
Oh, my fucking God.
Carl Wentz is 21.
Carl.
20.
I would take Carl over fucking Russell right now. Would you really?
Yeah,
that's a fucking wash for me.
I'm sick of Wilson.
Carl.
I love calling him Carl.
Carl. Carl's son's down there somewhere.
22, Teddy Bridgewater. 23, Marcus Mariota. 24, Andy Dalton.
Oh, no.
25 is Matt Ryan.
He could be lower. I'd take Geno and... No.
They disrespect my boy. 26 is Daniel Jones. 27, Zach Wilson. Bro, he's better than some of these
just got
bums.
back.
He's still better.
He got a dub in his first game back.
I know. 20. That's crazy. He just got back.
Fields is really low.
28 is Davis Mills.
Davis Mills.
There's no way. There's no fucking way you think Baker's 29 and Justin Fields is 30. Come on.
Honestly, Baker's playing better than Justin. Justin doesn't even have 50 completions yet, I don't think. That's bad. We're 5 weeks in. He has less than 50 completions. That's bad.
He's playing real bad.
Is Justin Fields that bad, though?
31 is Kenny Pickett. 32 is Bailey Zappi. Come on. He's playing better than Justin Fields.
Oh, my God.
All right, fuck it.
He's playing better than Russ.
Yeah.
Russ is fucking trash this year.
Give me Bailey Zappi.
No.
And that's been...
At the contract. Wasn't he like a third-round pick or something?
Who?
Bailey Zappi.
He was higher than he should have been.
He was like a...
I think
no, he wasn't picked in the third. He was like a 5th or 6th round.
I thought he was a 5th.
God damn.
But
the Broncos are in fucking cap hell with him.
They're just in hell.
It's crazy because like
they're just bad. Remember
when Carson got his contract? Carl got his contract right after Jared Goff got his.
Yeah. And
they fucking started playing like shit.
Yep.
And then they got traded from their teams. Russell's now on the team he got traded to and has that contract and he's stuck. I don't think the Broncos can just move off of him. Nobody wants Russell Wilson right now.
I don't.
He sucks all the fucking oxygen out of the room. He's very.
If he was charismatic, I think I'd be completely different on the way.
He's faux charismatic. He has that.
It's
like faux leather, you know, where like he's manufactured this plague of fucking confidence around him. And it's really starting to irk me, get on my nerves. It's really fucking uncomfortable watching him talk at all. I hate saying that about the guy because he is a Hall of Famer.
I liked Russ before.
He is a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah,
he goes to the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah, but now I think that he was carried by the Legion of Boom. I think that he was never really as good as we used to think.
Richard Sherman was on the broadcast for the Thursday night game.
Yeah, he was having PTSD though. That's why he was acting the way he was.
That's a wartime fucking.
Dude, he was.
Right there. Run the ball.
He was screaming.
Please.
He was. Yeah, that was
Christ.
That was PTSD. Yeah, and that's been another week of Totally Not Biased.
We will see y'all next week. Hopefully Anthony's back. By the way, Cody will be a infrequent guest. He's got a lot.
He's still part of the team.
He is part of the team, but his schedule does not bode well for the schedule we have here. Brendan's got another podcast that he also shoots for on Sundays, and just with the work schedule and stuff, he'll be coming in, infrequently. We'll probably try to get some Zoom stuff going on so he can be more a part of it. But that's how it's going, moving forward. Anthony will be back next week, hopefully.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.
All right.
See ya.